is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and we are playing Vienna Connection. This is going to be for Mission 1, and I should message
that guy.
I should message that guy. I should message Ignacy and be like, hey, what up? I should mention that this game will be riddled with spoilers because
we're actually playing it.
we are playing the game. But if you just want to see how cool it is, then definitely just stick around. So, for setup, we got files 0, 1, and 2. Brett, you can go ahead and check those out.
Sure.
But I shall read the mission. Oh hey, it's the map.
And the campaign diary.
And I have a map here.
Nice.
So, Mission 1. Attendees of the meeting. According to protocol, Keen Simon, Deputy Director of the CIA, Glenn Michael, Head of the CIA Directorate of Operations. You don't have to write this down because it's all right here. Watts Bailey, Chief of CIA's Soviet East European Division, and Miller Catherine, Head of the CIA Special Activities Division. Langley, Virginia, CIA Headquarters, January 18th, 1977.
I always forget. Langley is a real place.
Yep. The slide projector shows a photo of a naked man. Oh, hell yeah! Where's that picture?
Everyone gets...
Is that one of the files?
I've got a calendar. Maybe he's on.
Yeah, he's in
Oh, we have to
Mr.
decipher
June or
it. It's to get the naked picture. His arms and legs tied to a chair. You can see several stab wounds on his torso and legs. He didn't make it.
Well, they didn't say that.
As well as many cigarette burns. On the floor near the chair lies a newspaper with a headline describing the catastrophe of Lingeflig Flight 618. Which, of course, we know everything about. I'm just going to go to my favorite search engine, Bing.
Google.
Lingeflig Flight 618. Alright, what happened there?
They went missing, didn't they?
Was a crash of a Vickers 838 Viscount during approach to Stockholm Bromma Airport in 1977. All 22 people on board the aircraft perished when it hit ground in Kallvesta in Stockholm, Sweden. The domestic service from Malmö via Kristianstad, Vaxio, and Jönköping was operated by Skyline on behalf of Lingeflig as part of the latter's domestic scheduled services. The accident was caused by atmospheric icing on the horizontal stabilizer. Low power on 2 of the engines had caused reduced function of the ice protection system, causing a buildup of ice. Alright.
But I am suspicious.
But here's the more important part. Among the deceased was table tennis player Hans Asler.
Ooh.
So, anyway, the attendants turned back and looked toward the man at the end of the table. Michael Glenn glances at the 3 other participants. And remember, Michael Glenn is head of CIA. Fill us in, Simon, he says. The man is James Werner. Simon Keen speaks calmly with no sign of emotion. Oh, okay. 3 years ago. This is my favorite spot in the Citadel. 3 years ago, he left the Navy due to health issues. He was a second lieutenant. He then worked for 2 years in the Navy shipyard in Norfolk. He traveled a lot and was a coordinator for various ship construction projects. He told his friends that he was going to Austria for vacation. His body was found at an abandoned car repair shop in a suburb of Vienna.
Was it dead?
Huh?
Was it dead?
The car?
No, the body.
I think this is the body that's tied up.
Okay.
He could still be.
Oh, yeah, you were asking if he was dead. Well, he had several stab wounds in his torso and legs.
It doesn't
So
mean
have I.
you're dead.
I'm going to go ahead and
Alright,
guess
alright,
he is dead.
Yeah.
Why are we interested in that? Glenn asked. Bailey Watts from the Directorate of Operations, Chief of CIA's Operations in Russia and East Europe, moves restlessly in his chair and says, The police found a fragment of a perforated code card at the crime scene. It must have fallen while the victim was tortured. It was probably forced down his throat. When the embassy representative showed up at the crime scene and talked to the police, he managed to photograph this. The slide projector shows a photo depicting a fragment of a torn card, perforated, and a few discernible characters of text. Where's this card from? Glenn asked. We don't know, Watts shrugs. The police secured it, but we managed to decipher the data it contained from this photo. It's just a fragment, but they are geographical coordinates. These are caches in Italian territory near Monfalcone and in Mannheim, Bavaria. The remaining fragments probably contain more of them. These caches in Italy and FRG contain weapons and ammunition for militant organizations. We think that the cards belong to the Soviets. They are a similar coordinate system with their military maps. Okay, give me details. I want pictures of Spider-Man! What do the local police know? Do we have access to the files and autopsy report? They asked us for information on Werner, Keen splutters. Fine, we'll get back to this. Gentlemen, thank you for coming, Glenn tells them. Catherine, please stay. No, there's no need for clothes.
You know, in my office, you don't have to wear pants.
It's
Catherine
casual
Miller.
Friday.
Catherine Miller finishes reading and lays the papers about Werner's death onto the table. Do you have any idea? Glenn asked. It looks strange. I say we appoint a task group. We can't rule out that the Soviets may be toying with us, working to expose our associates. I will assemble a SAD team. Ah! The Special Activities Division is a division of the United States Central Intelligence Agency responsible for covert operations. Within SAD, there are two separate groups, SAD and SOG, for tactical paramilitary operations, and SAD-PAG for covert political action. There we go.
And
George...
we're sad, yes?
Always.
Okay.
We all the time, yeah.
We are sad.
We are sad, though. George H.W. Bush, CIA Director, future President of the USA, dismissed when Jimmy Carter took up presidential duties.
I don't believe in
Duty.
I did say that.
That's immature.
Let's see. I will assemble a SAD team with people from outside the agency. I'll do it under the auspices of Interpol's counter-terrorism and anti-smuggling efforts. It'll look official. Do I have free reign, she asks. Within reason. Catherine raises her eyebrows and gives him a challenging look.
Holsters her gun.
Glenn points at the folder. We have to find out who contacted Werner and why he was killed. Moreover, this card. It's a serious problem. We don't know who was meant to be laying their hands on the weapons. Be quick. George will be out soon anyway. George H.W. Bush, CIA Director, future President of, yes, there was his father before he...
So we're talking about senior?
Yes,
Okay.
the one who was director
I was
of CIA.
trying to get a...
Yeah, not the one that was,
Not director of
20s, 20 years old
I
at the
don't
time.
fucking know how old
The
that
one who
man
was
is.
some kind of an oil baron.
Yeah, the Texas Ranch.
I don't know anything about...
Drinking and doing coke.
Nepotism.
And then went
That's how he was
AWOL.
elected.
Be quick, George will be out soon anyway. Me too, probably. I'll give you all possible authorizations while I still can. It's February 2nd, 1977, when the SAD team arrives in Vienna. Mission White Bee has begun.
White
Mission White Bee! Okay, so... Yep, our team's code name is Hound.
Ooh.
Our direct supervisor is Catherine Miller.
No.
Her code name is Wasp.
Well, where's Ant-Man?
Not useful right now.
Still not Ant-Man yet.
So our goal of the mission is to find James Werner's connection to the fragment of the code card found at the crime scene, and then we need to secure the code card.
Gotcha.
Boop.
I'll look through the deck. No, I guess I won't.
I was like, aw. So we got further leads. Crime scene, the car repair shop where Werner's body was found. We have meet with the CIA's team in Vienna, or meet with Arthur Kinwald, the police officer leading the investigation of James Werner's death. So 118. Okay. So these are the three things. I don't know why I pulled those out. For some reason I was just getting them ready.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not right.
Shit's happening.
Because we haven't even decided where to go. Good thing I didn't really look at any of those except...
Go look at his bod.
It's like, man, this guy was shredded. Okay. So those are the three things we can do. We have these operations as well that require resources. We have Operation Yo-Yo!
Ma.
Yo-Yo Ma, yeah, where he's the one who cut people's throats with his cello strings.
Obviously.
So this is a type diversion. Operation Gold draw away the intention of the foreign intelligence agents from the SAD team's actions. It costs 2 resources. No, none required. We have Operation Fisherman. It's provocation, spreading information about willingness to sell 2 code cards. Operation of respective parties. Costs 3. We need a red and a blue, and then 1 of anything except yellow. Ah! And then Operation Ally, contacts. Operation Gold, make contact with the head of Vienna's mafia. Buy information on lost cards. Okay. That's that. Where do we want to go? You said we have a calendar?
We do.
Okay.
It appears accurate. It is January through April 1977. As we just found out, it is currently February 2nd.
Okay.
And the only unusual
It doesn't
thing...
feel like a Wednesday.
The only unusual thing about it is that Sunday is the last day of the week on this calendar. I have no idea if that means anything. It's probably a business calendar.
Gotcha. I was like, what do you mean? But I see, yeah, last day of the week. Okay. Well, thoughts?
And prayers go out to you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go see the body.
You want to go see...
But that's just my thought. That's just a thought.
Well, we can't see the body.
Oh.
It was not a lead that we can do. I named 3 of them.
When you pulled the cards out, I think I heard go see the body, and I was like, yeah, let's...
I said we can go to the repair shop where his body was found.
Oh, that's okay.
And
That's what I heard.
the second one is meet with the CIA's team in Vienna.
I don't think that's important.
All right. And the team that the other team that we work with,
No.
who was at the location.
No, we're the sad boys. We don't need them.
But they're CIA, so they're not going to tell us anything.
Yeah.
We are also CIA.
So they're going to tell us less.
We can't trust anyone.
We've played Pandemic Legacy Season 0.
I don't trust the government.
Or we can meet with Arthur Kinwald, the police officer leading the investigation of his death.
Oh, well, maybe we should meet with him then.
That's kind
Maybe
of...
he can let us see the body.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe he'll have information like that already. Oh, hey, you've been investigating this for the past week. You must have found something. That's kind of what I was thinking.
That does make a lot of sense.
We can, make sure that the crime scene people took lots of pictures of the guy's body. So we can be like...
So I can look it up. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do that one, I guess. That's 118. Hey, look. It causes exposure 1 in yellow.
Oh.
So I'm going to need that sweet-ass pen so I can mark that we got yellow exposure. Okay.
Radioactivity.
Herrengasse 7, Vienna Police Station. The police station shows off historic Viennese architecture. As you climb the steps, your footfalls echo against the stone. On the second floor, at the end of a long, chilly corridor, you find the right office. You exchange greetings with Inspector Arthur Kinwald. He's a man in his 50s with gray flecked hair and a firm handshake. He speaks English well, but not well enough, so you know he's foreign. And you don't much like it, but you have to work with him to get the information that you want. A moment later, Prosecutor Claudia Lynn enters the room. For the record, none of that was in there.
I was like, oh, wow.
He speaks English well, but with a strong accent that fits his terse gestures and confidence. I was paraphrasing.
Right,
Really.
but remember, there may be questions about some of these details on the back.
So maybe I shouldn't just ad-lib.
How horribly
I'm
prejudiced
trying to remember
is our
everything
team.
you say, and now I have to go back and forget some of it.
Yeah.
Done.
How prejudiced is your team? Very, 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 or insanely?
Insanely.
It's obviously C. A moment later, Prosecutor Claudia Lynn enters the room. She's a sleek woman in her 40s who speaks great English with a slight German accent. She's wearing elegant jewelry, a short black pixie hairstyle, and her body language is hostile towards everyone in the room, including Kinwald, though she hides it all under a fake smile like the bitch she is. Kinwald
You're doing it
lights...
again, aren't you?
How big
surprisingly, no.
Oh, okay,
How big
thank
of
you.
a bitch is
I already forgot her name. Claudia Lynn.
Should I write her name down?
You should probably write down everything I said.
Oh, every single word.
Every
Can you just hand her the card?
Can I just actually give you her a...
Sorry, what did you say about the accents?
Can you just take a picture of the card?
Nope.
Compare
Nope.
it to the back.
Her
She
name's
needs to write... I mean, why don't you know shorthand, Kat?
Claudia. Oh, because no one will be able to know what my shorthand is.
Well, because you don't actually... Oh, no, it's short script is what I meant to say. Which, there's no way you would know that. You have to actually learn that.
Yeah, no,
Because it's like... That's a line. No, that's actually the entire
Oh, no, that dash
Bible.
stands for... This is all of Deuteronomy, thank you.
Kinwald lights up a cigarette.
Inwald. Smoker.
James Werner was tortured. The autopsy revealed that he was held for about 10 hours, first beaten, then left to rest a few hours, beaten again, and eventually killed with a blunt instrument.
So he was beaten, tortured, then beaten.
I thought they said that twice.
Oh.
So I was like, because I read it as he was beaten, left, beaten, killed with a blunt instrument, and then killed with a blunt instrument. That's how, and I was like, why'd they repeat that?
So they killed
That's
him.
overkill.
So he was
They killed him with the blunt instrument, brought him back to life just to kill him again.
so beaten, tortured, beaten, and
Then killed
okay, beaten, tortured.
with a blunt instrument. The case files are to remain in the hands of the Vienna police. This is also true for the secured personal belongings, which will be used as evidence in the case. Lynn assures you that the investigation is going smoothly. The prosecutor's office is examining the possibility of a sexual motive, as the victim had been seen frequenting clubs known for their homosexual patronage. Lynn doesn't want to reveal details, but in the past few months, a number of criminal organizations have been seen showing support for anti-gay movements. When asked if there was any specific evidence found at the crime scene, she says no and doesn't mention the code card. So we cut her throat because she's a liar. We also notice that she has a weird, red armband still on. It's a couple of years later, but she's still in full swing. It's hard to get them away from their beliefs.
She's just really
very
passionate.
devout. Yeah, very passionate.
Very passionate.
Oh, how cute.
It's nice for a white boy.
Yeah, we'll stay in touch, she says, ending the conversation. Kinwald finishes his cigarette and leaves the office.
His? I thought Claudia was.
No,
her
Kinwald
last
lit the
name is
cigarette.
not Kinwald. Okay.
No. Kinwald, do you want to take notes?
No.
Because she's probably sucking ass.
You said
over
Claudia, and I said okay, Claudia, and then you said Kinwald smoking a cigarette. So, which is funny because I wrote, I make my little.
There are two similarities.
I wrote Claudia Kinwald, smoker.
there. Claudia Lynn.
Claudia Lynn.
Claudia Lynn Kinwald.
What is she? Fucking from America and.
No.
She has a slight German accent.
So therefore she is not from America.
Should
No. There are plenty of Americans that have a slight German accent. Me, on occasion.
That means they are originally German.
Or they're original.
Me, on occasion.
Me on occasion.
When I get drunk, that German accent sure comes out. Why?
Wouldn't you like to?
We'll stay in touch, she says, ending the conversation. Kinwald finishes his cigarette and leaves the office, weakly hiding his anger. Lynn ends the meeting, reassuring you that they'll cooperate. So we can spend 1 money.
To kiss.
2.
Kinwald.
Gain files 102. To observe Kinwald. We can observe Lynn and spend 1 to gain files 105. Or seek the U.S. Embassy's intervention in the matter of accessing the files.
We should probably.
We can only choose one.
We can choose any of these. These are
Oh.
now just further leads that we
Okay.
have
Okay.
available to us.
Okay.
I don't know. I think we should get the embassy involved, but that might take too much time. That's just my first thought.
That there's a picture of the code card as well for you guys. And then for anyone wondering,
This looks like what I used to program computers with. No, I'm just kidding.
I was thinking it looks like a punch card.
Yes.
No.
My mom had to. I mean, her first job. I remember going there. They had the punch cards,
Yeah, for time cards.
time cards. Yeah.
Although these only have numbers on them, so they could also be statistical information, census.
My first job, we had an electronic
Okay.
punch card, so it wasn't like an actual thing. It just stamped it, and it was like beep, and I was like.
That was also shoved down his throat.
Mm-hmm.
So
You'll never be late again, you piece of shit.
you've been late one too many.
I've only been late once.
And then they hit him with a bat.
You want your final paycheck?
That was in his butt, all
Good.
tightly rolled up like a dollar bill when you snore a line of coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still had the coke in
That
it.
was his check.
Could deposit this.
Oh man.
Anyway, so
So would you consider this gallows humor or just incredibly insensitive?
everyone's like insensitive.
We're open for comments.
So what's interesting about this one is where's Vienna?
Austria.
Oh, thank you.
Oh wow.
It's one of them capital cities.
Right there.
Yep.
Oh, and it's also right there.
It is.
I have a bigger
Oh,
map
by
over
Switzerland.
here.
But mine has money.
Yes, it does. Mine has the portal logo.
So, do we need to be deciphering this?
No, I don't know what that is yet. It's that I was just
I think
like,
that's half of the card, and we're looking for the other half.
right.
Oh, and his
Because
digestion.
Because
it's
it was torn on the
secrets.
perforated edge. So, I mean... I mean, they mentioned the anti-gay movements,
Yep.
and that he was
Maybe.
frequenting
Yeah.
those, but I
Probably just a
I
coincidence.
want to say that it's a little excessive, the torture, but maybe I just don't know because I was not around in the 1970s.
How many hate crimes have you committed?
0,
Oh.
and I'd like to keep. Oh yeah, me too.
Well, let me tell you, those parties can get pretty wild.
I'm sure they can.
Once you get going, you just can't stop.
Sure, that's what every horrible human just says.
Well, it does seem excessive for simple information.
Yeah, or just being... Well, yeah, I don't know. I think being gay has nothing to do with it. I think it just is a coincidence.
Okay.
Because
Or a cover.
Because unless that was his punch card for, like, working at the bar...
I don't think that was.
Then-
I don't think that's a punch card. First of all,
Well, then what is it?
I don't know. I was just saying that
There's
that's
punches on
that's what it looks like.
I think it is a punch card.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know what it means.
What last time you'll be late. All right.
I
Well,
don't think it's a time card. I think it's a computer punch card.
Def-
so
something.
Lynn just seems like a huge bitch.
Alcoholic.
Lynn is the German,
Alcoholic.
so we can observe her. But it could also just be one of those things that she's on the up and up, and she knew this guy, and
Yeah.
she's like, I want to. But
She also appeared hostile toward everybody,
Yeah.
as if
Yeah.
she wants to keep investigators away, or she's just uptight.
yeah.
Or she's a woman in the 70s working for the government.
And that's true.
Well, it could also just be one of those things that, like, she wants to do things a certain way, and protocol dictates that you can't do things that way.
Yep.
No, that's
Protocol be
why.
damned. That's what
But
men say.
I am kind of down to spend one of our little monies to observe her. She's a little more intriguing. I mean, observing Kinwald would be nice because he's also just a police officer.
Yeah.
He's just be observant. It's like he goes into his office and cries for 8 hours.
And we watch. Fill in every block on the sheet, you lose.
You fools.
Our only question is, how long did Kinwald cry?
8 hours. How puffy were his eyes? Very.
All right, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Checking
Watching
if
the
she
lady.
has anything useful for us. Which file is it?
105.
Oh, you're so close.
I am. 105. Cat, grab that. What is it?
I'm reading the wrong side.
Yeah, just read the picture.
Ah!
I didn't want to read that.
Okay, well, there is that. That's a lot of text. Okay. Claudia Lynn at 8:08 a.m.
We get to keep these, right, and reference them?
No, we have to put them back. No, yes, we
I
get
was
to
like,
keep
what the
them. The good news is this stuff doesn't
Great.
cause us to do that.
Right.
All right. Rengas 3, 8:08 a.m. Claudia Lynn leaves a tenement at Rengasse. She's dressed in a brown coat with fur lining, beige pants, and heel black boots. She holds a brown briefcase in her hand. She gets into the Mercedes 300D, navy blue, plate number W426739. She drives to the prosecutor's office. Landesgerichtsstraße, which is something street. Claudia Lynn enters the prosecutor's office building. Observation is continued from the car parked in front of the building. She was there for about 3 hours and 15 minutes. Exactly 3 hours and 15 minutes she was at the prosecutor's office.
Very punctual.
She leaves the prosecutor's office building. She gets into her car and drives away. She's followed by a car, a green Volkswagen Passat, plate number W278511. After 20 minutes, Lynn arrives at the Rauhensteingasse. She parks her car, walks to the cafe Frauenhube, 1 street away. Observation is continued from the car. Lynn is also observed by a man from the green Volkswagen. The man shoots several photos. Cafe Frauenhuber, Himmelfortgasse. Claudia Lynn sits at the table inside the cafe. A waiter brings 2 coffees. After 10 minutes, a man dressed in a black coat, elegant pants and shoes, and a hat walks into the cafe. He holds a black briefcase. He sits at Lynn's table. It seems that they know each other. The man drinks his coffee, doesn't take off his coat or the hat. His face is barely visible. He's in his 50s. A silver pin in the shape of a balanced scale is pinned to his jacket lapel. 7 minutes later, Claudia Lynn hands him documents The man puts him in his briefcase. He gets up from the table and goes to the restroom. After 10 minutes, Lynn leaves the cafe. She gets into the car, drives to the prosecutor's office. The green Volkswagen follows her. Lynn arrives at the prosecutor's office. The man from the Volkswagen goes to the phone booth, talks for 2 minutes, 40 seconds, goes back to his car, and waits, probably giving an update of what happened to someone. Then, about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes later, the man from the Volkswagen leaves the car and approaches the police car parked on the other side of the street. He gives them his camera. After a short conversation, he goes back to the Volkswagen. The police car leaves. And then, 6:27 p.m., Lynn spends the rest of the day in the prosecutor's office and goes home at 6:20. The observation is finished. Well, we gained a puzzle fragment.
Okay.
So,
And a huge puzzle.
there you go.
Thank you.
I can just click on... Okay. Oh, puzzle fragment. What did we get? Very bottom.
Code, you mean?
Yeah.
9. Sorry, green square 9.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay.
is that a black shield 2?
A black shield.
Or triangle looking thing?
Ah, interesting. Interesting. That is, even more interesting. Okay.
I'm glad I noticed.
Ah, okay. I see. I see. So, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to find the puzzle. Okay, I think this is it. So, alright, so this is
6-letter word, starts and ends with S.
Yep. And then a black 2. And then this one is S. And then ends with S.
Okay, so we're getting clues to
Yep.
a puzzle.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Weird. Okay. Well, I don't... Just click save. Puzzle saved correctly. Alright, good deal.
Nice.
So, what did we learn from that? She met with someone. Private detective, maybe?
Potentially blackmailer?
Blackmailer, yeah. What's more interesting is the guy that followed her in the green Volkswagen
Yeah.
turned in his pictures to a police officer.
Yeah. I don't know.
So maybe she's being investigated from someone within the police
Yeah.
precinct. But,
That is interesting.
right? I don't think there's really anything else to go off of that. So, what other...
And it was a planned meeting.
Yes, yeah, she met there around lunchtime.
And the waiter brings 2 coffees before the gentleman arrives.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good point. Okay, so, well, we still have some options. Seek the U.S. Embassy's intervention of the files. Might not be horrible. Be able to just get those. Because, I mean, otherwise all the evidence is still in Vienna's... Like, we can't touch it.
Yeah. Ultimately, we're looking for why he had the card.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to get the card.
Yep. Yep. So, I mean, maybe... seeing the crime is always good. Granted, we can't find out where he was tortured, or we can't go there yet, but we can find out where his body was found.
Yeah.
Well, the photo actually was just of his body, but his dead body was found in the car, so which would be the scene of the crime.
What was Claudia's job?
Claudia was... Oh, she was a prosecutor.
Okay, which is
Well,
why
that
she
makes-
spends a lot of time at the
Yeah.
prosecutor's office.
Yep.
And that's why she has a briefcase, so there's probably nothing suspicious in it. She just has...
Enters the room.
Actual
Yeah,
famous.
sleek woman in her 40s, so it's not weird that she's meeting with someone older.
Yeah.
I doubt that's a husband. But,
Because she's such a bitch.
no, it just seems kind of odd, like how formal it is.
Yeah, no.
Also remember that she parked 1 block away from the cafe.
Oh, she did?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And someone was taking pictures of her?
Yeah.
Yep.
She might have met with her lover.
I don't think
I
so.
don't know.
And who then suddenly called someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, who called someone and then...
I got it!
Oh my god, she likes me!
I didn't say...
She ordered 2 coffees. It wasn't for me, but it could have been.
She said I was late, so she drank it.
And then he also turned in the camera to a police officer.
Yep. Like I said. Typical normal things.
And of course, the silver pin in the shade of a balance scale might be a known insignia in Austria. Or
True.
at the time.
I mean, the balance scale doesn't that usually stand for justice?
Generally, but
Okay.
Or
it may not in this case.
Libra.
So
Which
it
is-
could be just a business meeting with another prosecutor or a
So-
supervisor.
Yeah.
What had the balance scales on it?
The man had a lapel.
So here's the thing. Here's what I'm thinking, right? Scales are the traditional sign of the Libra. Libra, found in October, some of them,
Yes.
half of them. October,
The revolution.
Red October. He's a communist.
He's Tom Clancy. This is how he's gathering information.
All right, so she's talking to a communist. No.
I don't want to waste all these right up front, especially because we're going to need them for these operations later.
I think we need to get the embassy.
Well,
I think we need to go to the car.
which one does not cost us any?
Both of them.
Oh, okay.
Just going to the embassy is actually just another car that doesn't cost anything. The only ones we have right now.
Well, we
is-
can check out the car first.
True. Whenever is that? To go see the car? I think it was the first.
Werner's body CIA team.
Crime scene. 101.
101.
Blue zone.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Okay.
Looking at the end.
Car repair shop. Where the body was found.
Pen, please. Thank you. That is 2 blue.
Ooh. This better be good.
Well, yeah, makes sense. We're going to the scene of the crime, so we are exposing ourselves. All right. Rigelstrasse 28, Vienna. Dilapidated car repair shop. The shop consists of 3 garages and a shed functioning as an office. In the driveway sit 2 old Volkswagens covered by a thick layer of snow. You lift the police tape, open the gate, and walk inside. In one garage, there's a chair flipped onto its side. Bloodstains stand out along the walls and floor. Despite the fact that many days have passed, the crime scene still stinks of urine. Cigarette butts are scattered everywhere. One cigarette still has some tobacco, so you partake of it. A gust of wind rams against the garage door. A chain from the rafters slips and crashes to the floor. The sounds are immediately swallowed up by the surroundings. Werner's screams were unheard by passers-by. Interesting that you didn't take notes of that immediately.
I don't know. I thought you were gonna say something about him screaming something else, so I was like, screamed what? But you have conditioned us with your silliness.
I'm just silly.
We're
You
just
move
being
about. Oh, speaking
silly.
of silly, those videos you sent earlier were weak as hell. By the way, they both sucked.
What was the second one?
I don't remember. Oh, the Voldemort one, the Vada Kedavra one.
That was
They
fucking
suck.
stupid.
They suck.
I just thought it was
Don't
dumb.
send me shitty TikToks.
I'll send you the shittiest ones I can find. I'm gonna look up the cringiest ones I can find now.
You
just
move
for
about the
that.
garage.
Anyway,
On the ground.
Werner, who I spelled as Verna.
On the ground, tossed carelessly, lies a plank of metal siding with holes cut in it. They look like the perforations of the code cards. You lift the plank and find a body, a man not even 30 with his hands tied and a bullet wound, at least a few days old, to the back of his head. You take photos, cover up your traces, and head out. The gate is covered with anti-gay slogans painted in red. Well, that's the second time the anti-gay movement has been mentioned. Near the gate is a tossed newspaper, the Washington Post, yesterday's issue. You roll it up, tuck it under your coat, and leave towards the street.
The Washington Post. Interesting.
But we're in Vienna.
Yes, I didn't even catch that. I'm so because all the other detective ones are in the United States. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
So, our detective question. How many garages were in the car shop?
2.
You suck!
Fuck! I thought it was
It's
2 Volkswagens.
3 and there was a shed.
2 Volkswagens, yes.
Oh, well, there were 2
Three garages
Volkswagens.
in the shed, yes.
Okay, Oh, and then, yeah.
Which is
no.
good, because I didn't remember how many Volkswagens.
Well,
Yes.
2.
The shop consists of 3 garages. Alright, perfect.
And 2 Volkswagens. Never forget that.
The same
That was so-
evening, room at Birkenstrasse Our safe house. The Washington Post found in the garage lies on the desk next to a notebook, a pen, and a magnifying glass. Someone must have left it at the crime scene after the police secured the traces. Desk lamp throws a strong light on the first page. Someone has ripped fragments from the newspaper. We got Decipher 48, 15, 30, 37, 74, and X.
Sorry, what?
Nope. Let me this is Decipher. So
Yes.
Kat.
What?
Write this down.
I was gonna.
Okay.
Not K. Wait.
Okay.
N
I'm not spelling it.
I am I doing this right?
Nice.
I'm gonna just double check. Decipher. Oh, that's the code card. Decipher. During the game, you will encounter deciphered files instead of numbers. They have unknowns. To gain access to these files, you must deduce the file that applies to the string of numbers preceded by the word decipher. Then guess the number that is missing. Oh, I see.
May I?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I thought that was the code.
Yeah.
And I was like, so that's useless. Yeah.
What if you just spelled out noise?
Noise. And then guessing the discovered number. The number discovered indicates the number of the file. Players may choose to skip the puzzle option on the enterirs to reveal the solution, which we're not. In the top left corner of every file is information for which lead card was used to reach the file. Oh, okay.
So as of right now, it says knee.
No. That's not.
Yeah,
That's nothing.
Well, you can't convince me that it wasn't the Knights of Knee. So.
You're right.
It is 181.
All right. So how'd you do that?
Each number in the sequence, first you double, and then you add 7 to get the next number.
Holy shit! He's a math
4 doubled to
genius.
8, and then 8 plus 7. 15 doubled to 30. 30 plus 7. 7 doubled to 37 doubled to 74.
Oh, okay. Then it's 81. Nice.
So 181 is the file.
181.
I just see patterns in numbers. They speak to me.
Oh, okay.
Close to us.
Well, thank God you're playing this with us.
God. Hold on. I'll find it.
Oh, we don't have all the numbers.
No.
Ah, interesting. That's annoying. So.
Access from card 101. Perfect.
Why
You're
do we
welcome.
not have all the numbers? Is because they don't trust us with sensitive information?
The corners of pages 2 and 3 are highlighted in the newspaper. 2 article headlines are missing, one from page 4 and the other on the last page. The first one describes an academic conference in the Marriott Hotel in Washington. The second is an opinion piece about Italian white wines.
How do we know if they're missing? How do we know what they are?
We
Or
read-
the articles, but we don't know what the headlines are?
Correct.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yep. 2, 3, Marriott white wine. 23 is 11 p.m. in Europe. Marriott Hotel is just a few blocks away. It is an invitation for a meeting from who? And we got more further leads. Go to the meeting or try to uncover the identity of the man who was killed in the
Oh,
garage.
fuck him.
Yeah, we found another dead body. They're piling up around here.
That's not the same body, right?
Dan Vienna.
No.
I guess.
Oh, yeah, I know,
Because he wasn't in the garage. He was found at the garage.
You're right. We're just like walking, we're just like, oh.
Okay, I did not find that. Okay, we're not, I'm not fucking doing the paperwork.
Nice.
So 2, 3 Marriott and white wine are like clues for us?
Yes. Yeah. 23. Yeah. 2,
23 is
3
11
Marriott
PM.
white wine. Yep.
23. Okay, so
At the Marriott, I don't understand the white wine. Could be a code name.
Oh yes, white wine. Bring white wine. They were like,
It's
no,
yeah.
I just wanted white wine. Like,
or it could be misleading. But we've got these as well. We go to the meeting or uncover the identity of the man who was killed in the garage.
Yep.
I mean, he's probably important.
That will likely be the last time we go to the blue zone.
Or the yellow.
Oh yeah,
So which one of those is more important? So
might be more important to hang on to this for later
yeah.
because we can still go to a white zone, meet with CIA team.
That's probably not a bad idea at this point, because, I mean, here's the thing. They mentioned the anti-gay movements, at least the 2 prosecutors did, and then a bunch of anti-gay slurs on the garage of where a man was killed and another man was tortured.
Yep.
So, I mean, yeah, I mean, a lot of it's leading it to not have anything to do with the Russians.
True.
I mean, unless they're the ones spearheading it. But
Unless he was mistaken for homosexual and he actually was some kind of a spy or
True.
intrigue agent.
True. That's a good question.
I hate
Or good observation.
bring up more possibilities.
Yeah.
Possibilities are endless. He could have been.
But here's the other thing, that the Washington Post was planted.
Yep.
So I wonder if it's kind of like it could be maybe someone's watching us and they know we were going to go there.
What do you think? It's planted, or was it just left?
It said it was, well, at least it was put there after the incident.
Because it was yesterday's
Okay.
Yeah.
paper. So they wanted us to know.
Well, nobody's been in. Okay, so it's been closed off for
Right.
investigation.
So it could be someone's watching us and they're like, oh, you're going to go there. So come
Yeah,
to this
but why
meeting.
have articles?
Why leave a dead body there at the same time? Well, the dead body, wasn't it like, it was
under stuff.
It was under stuff.
Yeah, we had to
It was
uncover
in
it.
this one, right?
In which case,
Well, the other good thing is, on the ground, tossed carelessly, lies a plank of metal siding with holes cut in it. They look like the perforations on the code cards.
Oh.
And that's the code card.
So somebody's trying to copy it.
Yes. Now, what the hell is that code
Why
card?
the hell would you punch in metal?
I know, right? It's a lot of effort.
Okay, so maybe it's not a computer code card after all.
It's a metal code.
It's a template for putting like over a newspaper article or something and reading out the letters. It's a cipher template,
Oh. Yes.
and somebody punched it into
Mm,
a punch card to be able to take it somewhere so it could be decoded.
gotcha. Yeah,
so it's
that
not
makes sense.
So it's not a big ass piece of metal with like big ass punctures in it.
Well,
That's what I was imagining.
it has to be because it covered up. Well, it says a plank, which wouldn't be a big sheet of metal.
Yeah.
But you said you lift the plank and find a body.
So big
So
enough
30,
to hide a body.
a young 20-year-old tied. I think he was killed for the the anti-gay movement because he was
Maybe.
about 20, probably some plucky,
It's like prime time for being gay.
I guess.
Or the spy killers took the other guy to this location because it is known as a homosexual killing ground.
And they were like,
And
oh.
so they thought police would just write it off as another hate crime.
Or they just found this 20-year-old and they're like, we just have to stage it to look like this was because
Because he was also tied with his hands behind his back and a bullet in. He was killed. He was shot.
Yeah.
execution
this-
style.
Right. This guy,
Execution.
that our guy, whatever his name was, James Werner.
He was tortured,
Yeah.
which is generally either for information.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So, with that being said,
He could have been having it traced and got caught. Like, I don't know. It could have been.
a bunch of leads.
He was also naked.
He was naked. You're right. Yeah.
I don't know if that means anything.
But
Probably
again, that could have just
humiliation.
been.
I think
way
that's
to
kind of
wedge
a
it into the
torture thing.
homosexual
Yeah.
angle.
I mean, because it's also winter.
Yeah. Torture.
So yeah.
I'm sure it was warm in there.
Yeah, because he was tortured and then left alone for hours. They said.
Yeah.
He was
So
beaten,
that could have
tortured,
just been-
beaten, killed,
And then killed again.
resurrected, and then killed.
Yeah.
They gave him mouth to mouth.
It's the extra killing that keeps throwing me off.
Just because I apparently reread the same line. Okay,
okay.
so with that
First,
information, here's the leads that we got. We can observe Kinwald. We can go to the embassy and get access to files. Once again, a white zone. So that's another white zone. We have more leads on that.
Yep. Meeting with the CIA team in the white zone.
Yeah.
One's in the blue, which we've been to, the crime scene,
Yeah.
and the Arthur Kinwald, the yellow zone.
Oh, okay, so we did that. So we only have one more on there, which is meeting with the CIA team. And then we have the two over there. Go to the meeting or figure out who the dead body was.
Mm-hmm.
The only way I can see figuring out who that body was is if we get an identity and we can match it to, hey, they knew each other. But I'm kind of with you, Brett, on the...
It's a red herring.
It's a red herring. Like, he was killed for the anti-gay movement, and they utilized that same area as to stage the torture.
Yeah. Because the MO is completely different.
Right.
Okay.
So, but the meeting is extremely intriguing because we very much got a decipher from that.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, the meeting would be pretty important.
But that would be our last blue zone. Effort.
Well, it's not necessarily last. It's just
It's
if we
true,
get
it
into
might
a
not
blue
work.
zone, it would just be Men in Black stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't. You're not ever stopping. It's like our
I
exposure
thought they
there.
were 5 separate tracks.
No,
But I gotcha.
no. The Men in Black is like a catch-all. So if we cover, let's say this blue zone is just one more. If we went to another blue zone, they're aware of us going to these places, and now
They know.
that would fill up. And once the last space of that is filled up, then we have to do the final report.
Although this whole meeting thing could be a red herring, but it really doesn't. It really seems to fit.
Right, because where's our team? Is our team American CIA? Yeah, we are. Yeah. So the fact that it's a Washington Post
Yeah.
at the spot of the scene of the crime,
Means something.
yeah. So maybe it's a meeting with maybe the Man in Black that met with the prosecutor or something. Maybe it's, an informant. Maybe it's Deep Throat.
Seems unlikely in 77.
Maybe it's
I guess he was still in
Grapefruit.
hiding. He could have done more.
That's true. No one knew who it was. Do they? Did they know who? Did they ever figure out?
They didn't then. They do now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was me.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
What do you guys think?
Meeting.
You want to go to the meeting?
Sure.
Yeah, might as well.
All right.
109.
Meeting time.
Oh, it is only one blue exposure.
Good deal.
The Marriott. Give me that pen.
The Marriott.
Thank you.
No problem.
The Marriott.
Okay.
The Marriott.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You walk inside the Marriott Hotel's restaurant at 11 p.m. You look carefully around the hall as the waiter leads you to your table. A woman sits alone under a window and looks out over the snow-covered Weissenstrasse. She doesn't pay attention to you.
No.
A couple sitting further down the hall hold hands. A man whispers something to his companion's ear. A young, dark-haired man sits by himself at the table near the kitchen door. He constantly glances at the entrance to the hall. "What is that young man drinking?" you ask the waiter. "White wine, Italian. Bottiglia Grigio di Tuffo. Would you like the same, sir?" Soon after, you're in room 409. The dark-haired man is Vernon Riggle, 25. He's been working for the DIA for 4 months. The DIA. DIA. It is Defense Intelligence Agency.
Of what? What country?
Maybe it says here.
What was the
Oh
thing?
no, it's Denver International Airport.
Oh!
yeah.
He is the Denver.
He is.
Holy shit!
No, he's been working for them.
Oh, okay.
You know, because there's conspiracy that's laid out like a swastika, and there's a bunch of that stuff. Yeah, that's exactly. You can't escape it.
What's his name?
Vernon Riggle, Rigle. And he's 25 years old.
No, seriously. What's
Yeah. Sorry.
The DIA, who is an agency of what? Of whom?
Okay, let's go on their actual website.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm assuming Washington. If CIA's in Washington, I mean, I
CIA
think
is.
I've just never heard of DIA.
No.
the Defense Intelligence Agency
And if it's English, that's likely
is a
to
Department
be.
of Defense Combat Support Agency.
Okay.
Produce, analyze, and disseminate military intelligence information to combat and non-combat military missions.
Wow. Wonder if Germany's eyeing the Sudetenland again. Since they learned so much the first time.
All right, he's been working for them for 4 months. He's young, inexperienced, and terrified. After Werner's murder, he was urgently called to Vienna from his initial allocation in Prague, where he was being trained. He's been here in Vienna for a few days now and doesn't know what to do while he waits for instructions from the DIA.
Well, obviously, you cut up newspapers.
That's all. He's like, God, I'm good at puzzles. James Werner worked for the DIA.
Uh-huh.
James Werner worked for the DIA. I swear I'm going to have to start giving notes to Brett.
There's a lot of Vernon and Werner and.
Why can't you just get everyone's names right immediately?
And you're saying it in German. It's Werner.
It's you're
So
right.
it's spelled totally
no, it's not.
differently.
It's Werner, and it's W-E.
I know.
Oh yeah.
I'm writing it
It's-
with a V
it's a W.
this whole time.
Germans don't know what W's are.
I can't see how
Because they've
it's
lost
written in-
every world war. They always take the L, not the dub. I would know.
James Werner with a W.
I mean, his last name, if he's American, it would be Werner, probably.
Yeah. But he's probably Austrian or German.
Right. So he worked for the DIA. It turns out he was an American military intelligence agent posing for the KGB recruitment. He had worked as a double agent for the last 3 years. Riggle doesn't have access to Werner's reports or his files, but he knows that the day before his death, Werner went to the opera. There he had a meeting with his KGB contact and was supposed to receive 4 code cards containing data. They were the payment for his work with the KGB. The existence of the cards was known to someone outside the KGB. There must have been a leak. Werner contacted the DIA on January 15th at 8:30 p.m. and again at 11:09 p.m., which was the final time he was heard from to report that his life was in danger.
Sorry, what day?
15th.
January?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
That's a Saturday. Everybody's life's in danger on Saturday.
It's the freakiest day.
You said it was January 15th?
15th of 1974.
74?
No, I'm totally kidding. It does not have the date on here, but
1921.
Let's assume
Chasing a
it's
ghost.
the year that we have the calendar for.
yes, yeah, and there was another date in January.
Was there?
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can think of about 30 others.
29 other dates. Oh no, there is 31.
Yeah, it says right there.
Yeah, I didn't see
That's
it.
why you put me in charge of the calendar.
I'm very bad at dates.
No, the first thing that I did was look, is this an accurate calendar or is there something cluey about it?
Right.
And the only thing I can think of is Sundays at
Sunday.
the end.
So
the
the 2nd, February 2nd, that's the day we started the mission, right?
Yep.
Do we know
Yeah,
the
'cause it's
day
a
he
Wednesday.
died?
Well, 15th is the last time we heard from him, so probably
That's the last time we heard from him, but he wasn't tortured. That was at 11:09. He
Oh, you're
wasn't
right.
tor-
If he was tortured for a little while and left, then it would probably the 16th.
It wouldn't have been on a Sunday.
It's fucking sacrilege.
All torturers are Mormons, so they don't work on Sundays. Wow, sorry, that was out of left field.
So
Love a good morning joke.
we got more further leads. Turn to the DIA and request copies of Werner's reports of his final days, which is White Zone, or search the Opera House for leads, which costs one money, but that is a blue zone.
They won't tell us shit. If the opera house is where the
They'll
KGB...
sing it.
yeah.
We're not asking we're searching.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Hey, Opera House! give
no,
us
if
stuff.
there's staff there or there's people there, they're going to be like, why are you looking around? Like, we're not going to tell you shit. You're
We
clearly
followed a
there.
prosecutor and her boss or agent or handler and the
they
guy following her. And no one knows.
We are efficient.
We're shadows.
Yeah. We
But
walked
we're
in
not
and
in
we
the blue
stole a
zone.
newspaper from the scene of the crime.
We're sad.
We're not in the blue zone, and I thought about that too. I was like, we just fucking took it.
Here's
We
something-
did.
Here's something that actually bugs me. This newspaper was cut up, which gave us the clues to meet with him.
Mm-hmm.
Did he leave us the clues?
Is
Somebody
he-
the clues? Or did somebody else following him?
I mean, hey, if we're following people like shadows, there's probably shadows following us.
I would...
I,
Huh.
first rule of spying is always assume you're being spied on.
Yes.
Right.
I'm not being followed. You are all the time.
Especially if you're a huge fan of that white and black cartoon of the spies.
Oh yeah.
What was that called?
Spy versus Spy.
Yeah, that's it.
Spy.
Mad Magazine.
Um,
Animating it did not do it justice.
Really? All right.
It's okay.
So, he was an American military intelligence agent posing for the KGB recruitment. He had worked as a double agent for the last 3 years. He doesn't have access to the files. He went to the opera. He had a meeting with his KGB contact and was supposed to receive 4 code cards containing data. They were the payment for his work with the KGB. So that's the code card, right?
Most likely.
It says code card, so.
Okay.
So why was it at the garage?
Well, half of it is at the garage. Maybe it's like, here's your final payment.
That was in his throat.
That was in his butt.
Was that the guy?
That's his paycheck.
No, yeah.
Was that the guy who was supposed to give it to him?
Wriggle?
To Werner to Wriggle?
No. The code cards were given probably from the KGB to Werner
Because
for
he
his
was
payment
recruiting.
as being in the KGB. However,
Yeah, okay.
the existence of those cards were known to someone outside of the KGB, so someone must have ratted.
Yeah. So, again, this whole thing just bugs me. Was this just a clue to get us to that card?
That's how I'm going to take it.
Or because someone's dropping clues. Now, granted, he's espionage, so he would do things like that.
And it comes off as if this guy is super inexperienced, so he's just like, he's like, hey, whoever's going to be able to decipher this is going to come meet me and help me out.
Or he, like, someone's playing a really long con prank on him, and they're like, we can only communicate through clues.
I don't think that's the case.
Okay. Also, when we came into the Werner versus Werner argument, I was like, what was this guy's name? Werner?
Who? No. So, I mean,
whatever you want.
I mean, I kind of see where Kat's coming from. Going to the opera house, we're not going to find... It's not like they left the business card. I'm KGB, you know.
Possibly.
And here's the other thing. He went to the opera prior to the 15th. Mm-hmm. It is almost a month later.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, like, let's say that we go to a restaurant that the mafia frequents, and we're like, hey, we're just looking around. Do you know anything about the people who come here? They're going to be like,
You're assuming searching is also equating to talking. Like, it says search the opera house.
Didn't it say someone could tell us something?
No, I did not say that. Search the opera for leads.
And then what's it say after that?
It cost one thing. I never said we talked to anyone.
I feel like I specifically...
You ran with search and was like, hey, no one's going to tell us anything. I'm like, yeah, we're searching.
I don't think...
But still, I mean, you're partially correct. It's a month... I mean, not a month. 3 weeks later.
Still.
Even if we were to talk to someone and they were going to... The game was going to give it to us.
You have to assume...
They'd be like, sir, this is a very famous opera house. You think I notice every fucker that comes in here? And if I do notice that they're KGB, you think I'm telling you shit? Also
to go with that, like, to X-nay on the talk,
Octay.
I don't speak the native tongue of these people. And,
Viennese.
Wow,
let's
those
say...
people.
the
Pig Latin
The
people.
Pig Latins. They've cleaned since then.
Yeah.
They've probably cleaned a lot since then.
So I think getting the copies would be pretty helpful for this one.
I mean...
More than getting the embassy, getting it directly from the DIA.
I personally also...
Unless someone at the DIA ratted.
The DAA?
DIA. Because he called the DIA, hey, I'm gonna die!
And they're like,
get me out of here. And they're like, boop. The number you have reached has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
The party that you... is no longer accepting
Please
calls.
hang up and try again.
Please Venmo me $15.
There's like a cough after. I knew that wasn't automated.
You just hear, Frank, hang up. We gotta go.
You gotta hang up. Come on. No one gives a fuck about James. He's a tool.
James Werner.
What do you think? Bretterino.
What are all of our options again? I'm sorry.
We can observe Kinwald.
Yeah.
Let's watch.
We can seek the U.S. Embassy's intervention in the matter of accessing the files.
Maybe, yeah.
Which, once again, kind of if we're going to go off that, I would argue that U.S. Embassy couldn't get involved. The embassy's not there to really interfere in international affairs. It's there as more of a safe haven.
Well, yeah, but it's also a cover.
That is
for
also
all
true.
the spy stuff.
That is also true. We can turn to the DIA and request copies of Werner's reports of his final days. We can search the opera for leads. And we can, there's one more over there that we could do.
Meet with the CIA team.
Yep, CIA
and meet
team.
with Officer Arthur Kimwald.
Which we already did.
I'm sorry. Yes.
That was the first thing we did.
Yes.
So.
Opera House.
I'll kill myself. No, I'm not making a decision.
That only costs
Alright, fine, then we are gonna...
money and resources, right?
No, we go to the Blue Zone.
Oh, okay.
Blue Zone is Opera House, which would then take us into Man in Black.
Okay.
The DIA is White Zone, which we haven't been to yet. And I think that one's a little bit better than meeting with the CIA operatives.
Okay.
Alright.
It's certainly less costly.
Let's go there, which will be 115. And it's only one exposure! Give me the pen, please.
my pen.
Yeah, I'll get a... Okay. So, you contact Catherine Miller, the head of CIA Special Activities Division and supervisor of your operation from the USA. You ask her to make contact with the DIA. At first, you hear only silence in the receiver of your sat phone, but then a voice says, "Next contact in 2 hours." 2 hours later, the waiting is suspended by the sound of the fax machine. As the sheet prints out, you see a note. Aha! Now there's one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Kat, you ready? It says, "At one, sir."
Yes.
At one.
At.
At.
Space. One.
I think that's just confirming which cipher to use.
Are there two ciphers? Oh. Oh, yes, okay. I see it. I see the at one, sir. Okay, cool. So, 6, 5, X. Okay, 8 is I. No, wait, what are you writing?
I'm writing down everything you're saying.
Okay, XI. I got it.
Thank you. No, do not read the numbers. Do not write down the numbers.
Reading the numbers.
Just write down the letters that I tell you.
So X.
X and I.
X, I.
I.
S,
S.
T,
T.
H,
H.
R,
R.
E,
E.
E,
E.
F,
F.
O,
O.
Q,
Q.
R. What'd that get you?
Well, it's obviously scrambled.
Is it
It starts with an X. What starts with an X? Other than xylophone.
Zero.
xenophobe?
Or xenomorph.
Xerxes.
Xerox?
Xerxes. Okay, well, it's
Reflect.
none of these, so...
Xi or Chi or however it's pronounced.
6th. I'm wondering if it's, like, switched around, but then there's just QR.
Unless I totally butchered that, but I'm pretty sure I got
you
it.
might have.
I didn't.
It's conceivable, but I wouldn't think that we'd have to unscramble it again.
I don't know.
If the number has one digit, read the letter from the corresponding column in the first row of letters. Yes, okay. So I did that right.
Mm-hmm.
If the number has two digits, starting with the 2, read the letter from the corresponding column in the second row. If the number has 2 digits, starting with a 6, read the letter from the corresponding column in the third row.
Ah.
Yeah, so 6.
Messy?
Oh, wait. What?
So if it starts with a 6, you go to the third row.
Right. And it said read the letter from the corresponding column in that row.
Mm-hmm.
So 616429. So a number starting with 6. So you look at the 1 column of the 4th row.
So is it going to be a 3-letter word?
Oh, okay, yeah, no. It should be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, a 12-letter word.
Or a phrase.
Or phrase. So,
Messy?
you sure?
Yeah.
Let me see that.
What?
I'm tired of your note-taking. You're bad at it.
I'm not bad at it. You were bad at directions.
I was not.
You say, write down everything, and then get mad when I write down everything. And then when I stop writing down everything, you're like, why aren't you writing everything?
Look, it's Reefacor. You've never heard of Reefacor? You idiot.
Hist.
X. Oh my god.
What?
X is
Gonna
3.
give it to you?
I think. Meh.
Hold on. No.
I'll write these down. See if they make something else.
Okay.
Hist.
You're not writing them down.
Because he's like, oh, H.
Hist and then H. And then R.
Okay.
E.
Okay.
E.
Okay.
Sorry.
His 3.
His
O.
E, then O.
Yep.
Okay.
And then another O.
Okay.
Hang on, wait. First O is actually an F.
Okay. That's what I had as well.
Yes.
F, O.
Yep. U. And then R.
Ah. All right, so 2 of them I messed up on.
Yep.
So the first one was 6, 5, so 6.
So third row of the fifth column. Since it starts with a 6.
Right. But if it's 60...
No, it's a 2-digit. Sorry, those are only 3-digit.
Yeah, so if it's 65...
So it's the...
Wouldn't it be this row? And then that column?
2-digit number, so it's second row. Fifth column. 3-digit number starting with a 6 drops you down to the third.
I still don't get it. Like, I'm not seeing that.
Okay.
Because the way that this reads...
I could be wrong.
Well, no, because yours says H is 3, 4.
Okay.
No, it has to be an X. Okay, so it's X is 3, 4 because it's file 1X.
Okay.
So X is 3, 4.
Okay.
All right, so I'm right. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, are you getting H?
So 134.
So I did mess up on the Q, which was 6, 2.
That's right.
Yep, I went over 2, not to the number 2.
And 2 wrongs makes it right.
All right. X is
3, 4.
3, 4.
So 134.
I'll run back.
I don't give a fuck. 134. You can give it to Brett
There
if
you
you
go.
don't want to take notes.
You can. Let's see if he's horrible at it.
And
We'll try, we'll see.
File card 115.
I'm not doing math though. I'm not taking that job.
All right. Yep, there's that. Dispatches, James Werner, January 13th at 7:50 p.m. Yarkov invited me for a meeting with JR. January 15th, Don Giovanni. 4 cards with codes of the caches. Okay, next day at 10:08 a.m., I was invited to a meeting with M. Einholz, Bristol. Lunch today. Same day, but at 3 p.m. Meeting is over. Einholz wants codes for money. Refusal. Then at 8:30 on the 15th, meeting is over. Delivery from JR received 5 cards. During the handover, JR said, "Greetings from Porthos." I don't understand. I secure T rows. Leg 2, Arch 3. January 15th, SOS, danger to life. Urgent evacuation from T rows needed. Hey, we get another puzzle fragment. Gained 2 of them. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that puts a 2 in green. And then a 1 in blue. And then it starts with a C. Starts with a C. 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 Why can't I click in there? I was able to click. Damn it. I don't get it.
Maybe you're doing a system update.
I just think my computer froze, so that's pretty cool. Alright.
It didn't want us progressing yet.
No, it actually just won't let me click in there.
They're getting too close.
They can't know the truth.
The
They
KGB is at the
figured it
door.
out.
Do you think the KGB watches YouTube?
All the time.
They might, yeah. Weird.
So is it like a box you can't unlock, you can't get into?
Just won't let me click in it to put in the C, which is kind of annoying.
It could very well be an error with the website, considering they just launched it.
Yeah, what a fucking piece of shit website. Don't launch it if it's not ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 10. Basically, here's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
So, and then I just
We believe you.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, so you look for the one with the right number of clues.
Yeah. Now I can click on that one.
Probably because you're on the right one.
Well, but there's two codes here.
Okay.
So, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's just save that.
And that's the one that has the S's on it. Probably.
There is an S in it, but then the one with the
The 2 we already uncovered.
no, because this is a 6-letter word. The one above it is 5.
Oh, sorry, then it's probably not the same one.
which would be this one.
Yay. But now you can't put any letters in?
No. Not in that first letter. Well, just remember that's C, I guess.
Okay, well, let's keep the card just in case.
Yeah, well, it's this. Alright, so he met with a guy named JR on the... he has a meeting with JR on the 15th, Don Giovanni. 4 cards with codes of the caches. Caches of money, I'm guessing. Then the next day he had a meeting with Einholz. Then the same day he had the meeting, and Einholz says he wants the codes for the money, which he refused.
Mm-hmm.
Then the meeting was over on the 15th with JR, and he received the 5 cards, but then during the handover, JR said, "Greetings from Porthos." And then he said, "I secure T-Rose, leg 2, arch 3. Don't know what that means. And then that same day, 3 hours later, or 2.5 hours later, he put in the SOS. Urgent evacuation from T-Rose needed. Now, we do have a lead. Check the lead in T-Rose guest house.
Okay.
Which is in the blue zone, so that's definitely going to be a Man in Black situation. However, ooh.
Are any of the operations looking good?
Yeah, they are. Operation Yoho, diversion, draw away the attention of the foreign intelligence agents from the SAD team's actions. Allowed resources, any 2.
Ooh.
Spend token, and the effect is spend tokens to change the zone color of the next card to any other zone color.
Nice.
So we could change this blue zone into a white if we wanted to.
Change it into a blue.
Yep. This one is Fisherman, spreading information about willingness to sell 2 code cards. Observation of respective parties. Costs 3, and we need at least these 2. And then the only other thing we can spend. So to do this one, we would basically need these 3 to flip this card.
Mm-hmm. See what's on the back, you mean?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the Operation Ally is contacts. Make contact with the head of Vienna Mafia. Buy information on lost cards. And what were our goals?
Goal of the mission,
Yeah.
find James Werner's connection to the fragment of the code card found at the crime scene and secure the code card.
Okay.
Code card, not the code card.
And this one costs 3, requires a money, and then any of these. So we can do 2 of these.
Yeah.
As
long as it's not those 2.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This requires 3. Yeah. Yep. We can do this one and this one.
Is there any possibility we get more resources from somewhere?
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay.
But
why haven't we gotten it yet?
Because we suck. I don't know.
Maybe they're at the Opera House. People leave money lying
Take
around.
all.
They have stars.
I definitely think though that if he said urgent evacuation from T-Rose needed.
Oh, here's how we get them.
Well, we already started with those.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who are these people? They're
just people.
So
They're our buddies.
All right, and these are
literally just postcards that I put. They are extra, and you're ruining the shot.
okay.
I put them there for dramatic effect.
They're pretty.
They were pretty until Brett fucked up the shot.
Well, you didn't say. We were told to carefully examine everything.
Except the things I tell you about.
Mm-hmm.
Which were not these. Yeah, these came with the pre-order. Same with my big map.
Okay.
Because that little map is dinky.
It is.
And also, let's read the Cold War for Dummies. Well, kids, the Cold War. And in the back...
It's like a picture.
Did you guys know Whitebeat, this scene was inspired by spy films? This technique for losing a tail was shown in the series The Spy.
I don't know what it is. Like, what is it?
Operation Whitebeat.
Uh-huh.
Mission Whitebeat. Was...
How do you shake a tail? Oh!
Obviously, none of these people know, because we've been tailing them all the time.
We're teaching them.
I am down to...
Oh my god. What if someone is tailing us?
Oh! Anyway.
And they left us the newspaper, and they're trying to be slick.
Maybe this is all fake. Maybe James isn't even dead.
He was just
Maybe that guy in the... Like, we actually... It's like a test for us, and then we actually stumble upon a real crime scene. So, with that being said... I like these two. I like going to the Mafia for information, which requires a money and then any two of other stuff.
We have to go there on the day of his daughter's wedding. And give us
So,
And
I'm
then
honestly
there's-
thinking these three can pay for Operation Ally, and these two can pay to make this one a white.
From Porthos.
Yeah, I don't know what Porthos is. Greetings
Well,
from Porthos.
he
Is
was a
Porthos
musketeer.
Huh?
He was a musketeer.
From in the Three Musketeers? That no one's ever read or seen.
A couple of people did.
I don't think a single person has ever actually seen this.
I've heard it's pretty unpopular.
Nowadays, yes, because it's not on TikTok.
That's fair. Well, I will also say Porthos is not a location.
Well, he said greetings from Porthos, so yes. Location, possibly. Or a reference to a French spy.
So it means something else.
Or a reference to...
I swear to God, Porthos did not have the Wi-Fi symbol, so it better not actually be from the Three Musketeers.
Well, why don't you Google Porthos? See what-
You can't!
Okay,
It doesn't have the Wi-Fi symbol.
Oh.
It's not on Google.
I need to know!
Porthos doesn't know what Google is.
He's anti-Google. Are you
You
sure
know what,
it's
fuck
not a
you.
location?
I literally, look, I'm moving on.
Go right ahead.
I spent
This
the
is a 2 to 3 hour game, and we're gonna make it 6.
Well, that's per mission. Just so you know.
What?
The 2 to 3 hours is per mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Game,
is like a
right now, what we're
game
playing
let.
is a game.
No.
The missions aren't real.
Anyway, so I spent the tokens to change the zone color of the next card to any other zone color. Oh, hey, there's some sexy art. You think that was actually one of the... That's actually Ignacy Trechevek. That's not... No, I'm kidding. Anyway, we're going to the guest house. You guys are taking too long.
Sounds good.
I was leaving it in your hands.
Go right ahead.
And that makes it, instead of 2 blue, that makes it because we were like, hey, we're not going to we're going to Porthos. And I need the pen. So that is going to be exposure 2 at the white zone.
Yeah. Well done, sir.
You guys ready? Brett, you ready?
I am.
Filmteichstrasse.
Write that down.
Yeah, and if you spell it incorrectly, I will be upset.
I will.
You leave the taxi and step inside. The desk clerk bows politely. He's in his 30s with an average build, a fake smile, and a badge on his breast that says Lucas Steiner, manager.
I get it.
You ask for a room for one night, preferably with a view of the park. The manager hands you a guest card to fill out and make small talk. He asks what you're doing in Vienna, how long you're staying, how you like the city so far, if you're single. Eventually, you get the keys to room 27, second floor. At the stairs, you turn around back towards the manager and shoot him in the mouth.
For asking all those fucking questions.
Shut up!
You can't know.
Back towards the manager and see he's taking notes.
Oh, uh-huh.
You throw your suitcase on the bed and cry. Oh god, they found out. You throw your suitcase on the bed and walk to the window. The park behind the guest house is a labyrinth of lanes with a bridge traversing a pond. You take out a camera, hide it in your jacket, and go for a walk around the guest house.
You don't want anyone to know you're into photography.
I know about these anti-gay movements. Don't want to be caught with a camera. Room 11, where Werner had checked in, is in the northern wing, also facing the park. There are 2 housekeepers on the ground floor and 1 on the first floor. You photograph them all. In the lobby, the manager is on the phone. You take another photo. You walk up to the counter, leave the key, photograph the guest book as well as the notes Steiner was writing. You smile and explain that you're going for a walk. The rooms in the northern wing have doors that lead directly to a porch and the park. You notice a man in Werner's room. A maintenance guy, maybe? As he kneels at the desk and screws down its leg, you take a few photos. The glass-paneled door to the porch as Werner's room is approximately 30 meters away from the parking lot. You head there and search for traces. You take a picture of the tire tracks the kidnappers drove from the parking lot to the park. They were in a hurry. Do you remember the name of the manager's badge? Lucas Steiner.
Sounds right.
It was A. Or was it Lucas Steiner? No, it's Steiner, because I remember how I said it. It wasn't. No, it is. It is Lucas
Oh,
Steiner.
it was Carl.
You go back to your room. You've got a lot of material, and certainly the guest house is under observation by people who have a bearing on the case. You must remain cautious.
So you sneak in there anyway.
Yep. So,
Through the vents.
we got 3 further leads. We can question the housekeepers, question the maintenance man, or sneak into Werner's room during the night. And these are all files, so not locations.
They don't cost us anything?
No. Why can't I click on... I can click on literally every other one of these. It makes me upset.
It's not your time to
Maybe you
click on
didn't put in the right codes above it to unlock it?
it. Did you ask it for permission?
See, that's the only thing I can think of is you have to put in the codes above it to indicate which ones you're allowed to
Yeah,
enter.
I mean, the puzzles are a little odd. Players gain fragments of information concerning individual threads throughout the game, and you use this information to complete puzzles for missions. Once you gain a puzzle fragment, choose a puzzle tab on the website and enter the gained fragment there. Every puzzle has 2 sections, letters and numbers. First, you check the number of letters in a gained fragment and find the puzzle with the same number of letters. Every fragment of information has 1 or 2 letters in a string of unknown, marked as a dot. Enter the known letters into the puzzle. You may enter more letters than there are in the fragment if you're able to guess what password the puzzle will create. Next, enter the gained numbers to the puzzle. Depending on the puzzle type, there are 4 or 5 spaces to enter the digits. Enter the digits in the spaces indicated by the puzzle fragment. Completing all the spaces means that you've matched the threads and connected them together.
So you're supposed to enter the letters before entering any numbers.
I don't think it matters, honestly. But I will give that a shot.
Because you should be able to enter letters anytime.
Yeah, I think it's just broken on the website.
I tried Googling it just to see if anybody else had problems, but I mean, it's probably just so new that
Yeah.
Nobody
we're
else has
still
had problems.
figuring it out.
We're the first ones.
Yeah. We're the only people playing, so.
Okay. Yeah, so if I go to mission 1... Okay, puzzles... Yeah, it just doesn't work. So, which probably... I mean, if there's an errata...
Might hinder us later.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. I wonder what... Because we still need to find the clues for these 3. And who knows, maybe it's not even just for this mission. It could be just in general.
True.
Anyway. So, yeah, we will keep that nearby. And so, yeah, this doesn't cost us anything. It will be different files.
I would love to sneak into the room, but that sounds kind of stupid.
What?
Sounds like a spy thing to do.
Sounds
This
like
is
sounds like a we might get caught thing.
We might not.
We've narrowed it down to those 2.
Okay, we're either gonna get caught or we might not.
Yeah.
So
There's a chance of each.
yeah,
I mean, what are they going to do if they catch us?
touch us.
Yeah, they might.
We might hold our
All right,
hands.
let's do it.
Okay, 106.
They might give us kisses.
106. That's 2, 3, 4. That's 12, 4.
What if it's like, oh, you got caught, you get shot immediately.
You are murdered. Yeah.
Throw away all the other papers.
Ooh! Ooh!
It's one of those.
Ooh, actually, give me that. We did get exposure. Man in Black.
Oh, I wonder why.
But it must be
Because
a
they
good one.
said the room was being watched, but
Oh well.
boy, isn't this
We
the
were-
fun choice? So
Quiet
We'll
hours.
start writing things down.
I verbally said it.
See, he actually drew a map of like the parking lot or whatever the hell that is.
No, he
I
didn't.
just scratched out all
he
the
scribbled.
cipher we were
I
doing.
thought it was a map. I thought he was over there.
He's oriented. He's
I'm like,
detail
you
oriented.
don't do shit.
I draw doodles.
I thought he was over there like whenever I was reading like how we walked around the building. I thought he was like
no, he scribbled out our. All right, so he went this way, and
It's like a very detailed map, like all shading of the guest house.
he
Anyway,
drew a portrait of.
sorry, it's just a doodle. It's this exquisite black and white.
It's nothing special.
It's taking too damn long. Move on.
Quiet hours begin at 10 p.m. You wouldn't have got caught, but you ran into the room screaming.
You invited the
All right,
manager.
I'm reading it from now on.
No. Write that down. We ran and screaming.
you
Screaming.
you wait a few minutes and sneak out to room 11. The corridor is empty. Passing. You're just doing your own theme music like Kronk.
He's wait. Someone's passing. He's like. "Oh."
The corridor is empty. Passing by the main hall, you take a peek at the reception. 2 businessmen from Poland arrive, brush the snow off their coats.
Oh wow! How does he know they're from Poland?
I don't know.
The-
They're carrying heavy suitcases and head towards the counter where the hotel manager, Lucas Steiner, awaits them. Unable to communicate in German, all three men soon switch to passable Russian. Their loud conversation covers the sound of your footsteps. You go deeper into the corridor, reach the room, pick the lock, and open the door. You go inside. The air is heavy with a smell of old cigarette smoke and fresh bed sheets. You look around. The pulled desk leg is still lying on the floor. Apparently, the maintenance guy has given up after several attempts to repair it and decide to hand it over to a professional carpenter. You look closer. In the leg, there's a small niche. It would fit a small piece of paper at most. You search the room more thoroughly. Behind the bed, you find an old ticket for Don Giovanni, performed at the Vienna State Opera. The housekeepers must have overlooked it. You see a cheap painting on the wall depicting a park, a pond, and a stone bridge. You peer into the painting, illuminating it with a UV flashlight. One of the stones has a small X drawn on it. Soon you hear the steps of the manager, who's beginning his rounds at the floor. You cover your traces and quietly leave the room. We gain more puzzle fragments! Hey, look, it's for this one! So,
The one we can't do?
yep, the one we can't do.
Maybe we can do it now.
So it is...
Refresh the page.
I've thought about that.
Reboot the computer.
So it's
Reboot the internet.
It's 2... Oh, I think we got them all. 2, 3, 1, and then 2, and then it ends with an E, and begins with a C that I can't fucking click in!
But you got the E down?
I was able to get the E in there.
So it ends with a C. Sorry, ends with an E and begins with a C.
Mm-hmm.
Cease.
And it's a 5-letter word.
Cease.
You think it's cease?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying that is a 5-letter word that begins and ends with C and E.
And it sounds spy-y.
Yeah. Cease to exist is what Werner did.
Don Giovanni. Without okay, so that was
That was the opera they went to and had the meeting at. On the 15th.
You're right. And that was in the
opera.
that was behind the bed. In the leg there was a small niche.
You think there's a paper there?
Some type of paper.
And they took it.
On the painting on the wall depicting a park, a pond, and a stone bridge, you peer into the painting, illuminating it with the UV flashlight. Of the stones has a small X drawn on it. That has to be where the codes are.
Something is.
That makes a lot of
That's
sense.
where something is for sure.
Now, I remember that the hotel had... Where's all that? The hotel led out to a park and a pond.
Yes.
Had exits.
Yes. That's not that one. It is this one, yes. Park behind the guest house. The park behind the guest house is a labyrinth of lanes with a bridge traversing a pond. So
the bridge is next to the hotel. Or wherever we are.
yes. But unfortunately we don't have a lead to go check that out. But that has to be
Something.
Can we open this now?
that's what was in that.
Oh, can I close it?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, thanks.
So the other thing that might be interesting is, well, I think that was good information.
Yep. X marks the spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can. I'm gonna save this.
There's got to be a way we can get to that bridge. Because it's right outside.
Like
Now I want to play Zork. Go north.
Yeah.
We don't get it, Brett. We
The
don't
fact-
know what
the fact that I can't.
That's the video games that Grandma and Grandpa used to play.
Grandma and Grandpa used to
You
play.
talk about
Infocom. I know you don't.
No, I don't know what that is, but are you talking about like type RPGs? Yeah. I've actually played one where you just type in what you do. They actually had old they were actually on consoles though. Star Quest?
Yep.
Was that one like where
Planetfall, not Dark Quest.
I don't think it's Star Quest.
There was a series.
Yeah, where
Planetfall was one of
you
them.
had to like type in your commands.
Dark Cross.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay, the one I'm thinking of is not that.
Well, you're wrong, because it is.
You were.
I'm afraid your memory about what you're thinking of is wrong.
The memory of what I know.
Planetfall,
is
Stationfall, Starcross. You're thinking of Starcraft.
Space Quest is
No.
what I was thinking of.
Galaxy Quest is a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Space Quest.
I don't think I ever know that. No,
Space
you're
Quest was it was an actual video game, but to do anything, you had to type in all the commands. But
Right.
it actually moved. It wasn't just text. But I have played just a text RPG.
So have I.
So this really bums me out because I think if we finish a puzzle, it tells us a code that we get.
But we can't finish the puzzle.
Check the number of letters. Enter the acquired digits using up-down arrows. Enter the letters according to a puzzle fragment you've obtained. Correctly repeat all numbers will unlock a unique mission ending.
Maybe
Incorrect entry of a digit will be communicated by the game after you press save. In that case, you must cross the Man in Black section. So we're right every time. Puzzle 4 digit data of the mission unsolved or lost at the end. Puzzle 5 ordinary few missions not lost. So yeah. So I mean we definitely got the numbers right. We just can't enter in a seat.
Okay.
Because you can't click into it. That's just the issues. You can't click into it.
Yeah, it just won't let me.
Gotcha.
Won't let me do it.
Are you troubleshooting?
All right. Well, we need to figure out a way to
Get to that bridge.
get to the bridge, at least to find. I mean, we still have these 3 that we can spend to talk to the mafia in the allies, or for our ally operation.
Porthos could be a mafia member.
That would be interesting. Yeah, because it said greetings from Porthos.
Yeah. And that was to Werner. And that was the night that he called and
Yep.
left his emergency.
Yep.
Whatever that was.
I don't understand. I secure T rows.
I'm sorry,
Leg 2, arch 3. Leg number 2 of the bed. Arch 3 of the bridge.
Okay.
Or if that. Yeah, let's see. Checked in, there were 2 housekeepers. I mean, the rooms in the northern wing have doors that lead directly to a porch in the park. You know, some man in Werner's room, maintenance guy. It would be interesting to, if he didn't talk, he didn't really walk around the park, did he? No, he didn't. Yep, nothing. Is a labyrinth of lanes with a bridge traversing a pond. I'm guessing the arch is something pertaining to the park.
Yep.
And leg 2. So, maybe if we talk to the maintenance guy, maybe he found something in the leg?
Yeah, well, it does say, hey, something could be hidden here. And then just... oh.
That's true. I mean, yeah. Questioning the maintenance man is a file.
Where's the listing about the meeting with the Polish people? That's that card you're holding, I think.
The meeting with the Polish people.
2 people from Poland.
Oh.
And you said,
That was...
How do they know they're Polish?
we saw their passports.
That was that one.
Thank you.
We just know we're the CIA.
Oh, yeah. 2 businessmen from Poland.
So, I mean, they mentioned that T Rose is it's a guest house. I was thinking it was a safe house, but I don't believe it is.
So Lucas Steiner speaks Russian.
Yep. So maybe they were watching him. Well, I mean, so was Werner.
Yep.
I mean, he was also in the DIA, but he was undercover as a KGB. So it would, it would make the most sense that someone found out that he is obviously not actually KGB, and maybe Porthos is a guy that
Cleaner?
was the rat.
No.
And he was like, and that's why he said like greetings from Porthos, and that's kind of like a yeah, we fucking know.
Could be, but he claims he didn't understand.
True.
Which is very possible. It could be an inside joke. You know, like the kiss of
Right.
death from the Mafia Don.
Right. Okay. I kind of want to definitely... The maintenance man makes the most sense because he was actually in the room. Maybe he did find something.
Yeah. That
Or
makes sense.
go ahead and spend the 3 and go talk to the mafia and see if they can figure out if they know where. Maybe go and talk to the mafia and they're like, ah, yeah, it's at the bridge, and then that gives us the lead to go to the bridge.
That's also possible. We've already got the lead to go to the bridge.
we kind of did, yeah.
Maintenance guy may have found.
Oh, you know,
something else.
maybe that's what this fucking gives us.
Potentially.
But unfortunately, it doesn't work. So we can't.
Alrighty. Either way, I would think speaking to the maintenance person would be safer and easier.
Okay.
It doesn't cost us anything.
Nope. Well, at least not obvious. Yeah. So 104. Yes, it does. Cost us Men in Black.
Uh-huh. Well, at least it's going to be a good one.
Hopefully.
Okay. Well, the last... Okay. Yeah, it's giving us more for the one word that we can't... But the last 2 letters are H and E. It starts with a C. Cash.
Yep.
Wow!
Of course, it's in English.
Huh?
But
You wait until the maintenance man leaves the guest house after work. The man goes to one of the houses nearby. After an hour, he leaves, gets on his scooter, and rides to a nearby beer house. You head in that direction. I imagine it's not
Push
in
him off the scooter.
I imagine it's not,
Razor.
yeah, it's a razor scooter. His shins are all
He
fucked
has
up.
like a helmet and everything. Sorry.
It's snowing and everything. A half an hour later, you are sitting at a table with the man. After a few beers, he starts talking about what happened that ill-fated night. He says he didn't see Werner's abduction because he was in the city, but he saw something strange. Around 2 a.m. on the night of the 15th to 16th of January, a car appeared in the parking lot. The driver stayed in the car, but the passenger left, walked into Werner's room through the porch door, ripped off the desk's leg, took something from it, walked out, then they drove off. The maintenance man was very puzzled, but it was the middle of the night, he was a little bit drunk and sleepy, and he didn't want to call the police and make an idiot of himself, so he just turned around and fell asleep. In the early morning, it turned out that Werner was kidnapped. In the broken desk leg, there was a little niche, empty, of course. So he must have told him while he's being tortured.
and then he put him back. He put the leg back.
Well, no, they just broke it off and tossed it because we saw the maintenance man trying to put it back on.
Oh, okay.
I'm so mad.
That is upsetting.
Like,
You see that?
yeah,
Thanks.
because I mean, if it starts with a C, that makes the most sense. It has to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
The HE at the end, that's the only thing I can think of right now that would fit.
Yeah,
Yep.
so what if I did A, and then C, and then saved? Yep, puzzle saved correctly.
And you've got 2 green, 3 yellow, 2 red.
Yep, 1 blue.
What if you right
That's on a
click
different one?
into the circle? Does it say anything?
Where's the 1 blue?
Or is it like-
We have another clue?
Yeah, it's the one right in front of you.
This is for a different puzzle. This is the SS one?
Oh, then it is in my ass. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter, because
in my ass.
I swear we got a blue.
I believe you. I just... Maybe on one of the cards. You're looking at the backs of all the cards?
Oh, it's right here,
Oh.
right in
Oh.
front of me. His
Oh.
dispatch starts with a C.
Okay. So we have all the numbers. We just need...
No, we have all the letters too.
Yep.
I mean, pretty much. And I don't... Okay, well, I mean, we haven't really... I'm gonna try one thing. I mean, it says all progress will be deleted, but we've done fucking nothing. So...
Yeah, well, we got all of them right here.
Yeah,
And then it
exactly.
says like we can just re-enter it.
So,
Gotta-
let me just... I'll try a fucking new browser.
What were you using?
Chrome.
That would be weird
It would be weird
that
if-
only one of them were having this problem.
Right.
But
I mean, it's definitely something with the code of the... but you never know, because sometimes they code different for different websites.
oh, it would have to. Been doing it my whole career.
They favor Internet Explorer.
And Microsoft Edge.
Microsoft is even abandoning Internet Explorer finally.
Oh, they already did.
Yeah. Well.
It's support for it is already done.
No, they just announced that support will end next year.
Are you sure?
Are you?
I feel like I heard like years ago that they were done.
Well,
might
early
be
last
talking
year,
about it.
they announced that they're basically never going to improve it, but they're going to keep up with security patches.
Mm.
And now they're even going to end that next year.
Okay. All right. Well.
They did away with Yahoo. Not Microsoft, but just in general.
Now, Yahoo still exists.
Yahoo Answers is what I meant. Yeah, they should do away with Yahoo.
No. Yeah. That
That
puzzle's just broken. Because it's not even that it's offset. Like I can't click anywhere in it, so it's just not even.
Yeah.
So.
And that's going to be a block to us.
Because cache
being
is
able to make progress.
CACHE.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, that would be my guess, because it said it gives us a different ending for a puzzle, which is probably, hey, we connected the dots, we're going to go get the code.
Yeah.
So we can keep going, but we're missing something
Yep.
potentially critical.
Yep.
Or at least a bonus of like helping us find something faster.
Yeah. You go to the bridge. You look at that brick.
You lose the
Right.
game if you didn't finish the cash.
You find the tiara of the Queen of England.
Holy shit, go home.
I don't like Firefox. I'm going back to Chrome.
Who willingly uses Firefox?
So.
I do.
Lots of people with Macs do.
I mean, so what was our original goal? I mean, find out where the codes are and then figure out his connections.
Secure, find out, connection to the fragment of the code card found at the crime scene, and secure the code card. So the code cards seem to be coordinates to caches of information. That's what was given in our original, dossier presentation.
Briefing.
Geographical coordinate, they are caches in Italian territory. And in Bavaria. Yeah.
Okay.
The remaining fragments probably contain more of them. So they're coordinates to caches that we need to obtain. And why was Werner there? Werner was there, we know, because he was posing as a KGB recruiter and was collecting them for DIC.
Well, he was
DIA.
collecting the payments?
No, they were the payment. The cards were the payment, I thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So why would he want those? Like, why is that such a big deal that they get them? Unless he had information also that he hid. Because something was in the leg.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing the cards are in the stone.
Okay. That is a
So
good guess.
it's kind of what was in the leg that he gave out. Names. It's probably names. A list of everyone he worked with.
Could be.
Maybe Porthos or whatever it was called.
Well, he doesn't know who Porthos is.
You're right.
Or he doesn't know what it means. Greetings
Right.
from Porthos.
That is correct.
Alright, well, we should do something.
Yep. You guys can... I need to put these back in for zero reason.
Okay, good.
2, 4, 6, 8. So it's
Who do we appreciate?
Oh, did you get the other one working? Oh.
2, 4, 6, 8. I just need to find the 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay. And then the third letter is S. Can you click in all of these? Yep. 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 All right.
Just that one?
Good to know.
One more thing to try.
It also said they use these arrows. Okay, so 6.
When you get back to the broken one, got one more thing to try.
Kiss it.
Never tried that.
1, 2,
So we don't
3.
know that it doesn't work.
It's true.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Just
8,
a-
9.
2,
Most
5,
things
6,
that sound
8.
pointless in programming work.
How was
I
that?
only know restart.
2, 4, 6, 8.
It's the extent of my technical knowledge.
How is that wrong? I'm pretty sure they just completely fucked up
Cool.
on these puzzles.
Cool.
Is it the wrong puzzle? The wrong number of letters?
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Is it possible there's another one with 9? There really shouldn't be.
There shouldn't be. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and it's saying it's 6, and then the third letter is an S, which I have put in, and whenever I click save, it says incorrect entry.
Which I think every time we do an incorrect entry, it docks us, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that if their puzzles are literally wrong.
That's how it appears at this point.
So, and then that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay,
So if their puzzles are flawed, I mean, are we going to be able to successfully complete the game?
Try.
Probably not, honestly. So if I do this and click save.
Yeah.
Oh, it's well.
You got the wrong one.
Yeah,
You looking for this one?
Because I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because it was CA, and then
E at the end.
3, and then 2. Yeah, so it was C, and then HE.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, then 2, 3, 2. So 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah. 2, 3, 1, 2. And now it says puzzle saved correctly.
Excellent.
But unfortunately,
Still no letters.
yeah. So actually, what we'll have to do is we'll just have to pause here until they fucking fix it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll pause here and pick up whenever they end up fucking fixing it. So, yes. Yeah. So, see you guys next time. Everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and we are continuing the Vienna connection. This is still mission 1. We had a some technical difficulties with their website, but that seems to have resolved itself, so we are continuing the investigation into James Werner's mysterious death, where he was revived and killed again. And yeah, so the code is 2312, based off everything that we found, and the word is cash. And what I thought would happen would be like, oh, you got the puzzle, go to file this or grab card this. It does not do that. So that's that. So we also have another puzzle, which is a 6 that starts with a 6, and then we have I thought we had another one with 2 S's.
We do, right here.
Cool. That's the 6th letter word. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have S. Oh, it just works. S, and then it is the green is 9, and the black is 2. Click save. Puzzle saved correctly. Awesome. All right, so we don't know that. What could that be? What would S? 6-letter word that starts with S and ends with S. Sillies. Is it sillies? It's 7 letters.
Yeah.
Is it Sphinx? S-P-H-I-N-S? Spins.
Spins! I guess the spins!
But now there may not be any value in the words themselves. That may just be...
They said it was flavor text. At least some guy on my post said it was flavor text. But it might give us a clue.
And
like,
it's a 6-letter word?
Like a cache is like a box of stuff, right?
Well, it's just a hiding place of some
okay.
kind.
So I guess that's...
And it was mentioned in our original briefing before we even got sent to.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good. There are caches in Italian territory near Montfaucon and in Mannheim, Bavaria.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, maybe if we figure out the word, that might give us a clue as to where to go. As far as I know, as for the map, I don't know. Is there any 6-letter words that start with S? Switzerland.
Yeah.
Switzers.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't know if we have enough there, but to reiterate, the things that we have left to do is we can try to uncover the man who was killed in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
We can question the housekeepers at the hotel.
Mhm.
We talked to the maintenance man. We already investigated his room. We can search the opera for leads,
Right.
which we kind of dismissed because we're like, it's been a month. We can observe Kinwald. And we can... I think that's it. Or we can talk to the Mafia with these 3 tokens left.
But that will potentially limit what else we can do.
Yeah, if we do that, we can no longer go to the Opera House because we have to spend money, and we can no longer observe Kinwald. Which, once again, I don't know if either of those are handy.
Right.
And it just says make contact with the head of Vienna's mafia, buy information on the lost cards. But I guess we don't need to do that because we already know where they're at. We know.
Depends on the information.
True, but we know that the cards are in the park, underneath that stone.
Okay, we're convinced of that.
So
probably the best they could do is confirm it, or perhaps allow us to actually get to that spot in the park.
Yeah.
That may be the only way to get there, unfortunately.
Yeah. Or maybe we just never get there, and it's one of the questions at the end of the game where it's like, oh, where are the cards?
Cards hidden.
And our overall objective is... Who has that? Me.
Probably me. Oh, yeah. Find James Werner's connection to the fragments of the code cards and secure the code card.
Well, we know the cards are... Oh, okay. We know the cards are payment of some sort. What we don't know is what slip of paper was in the table leg that the guys who beat him up went and grabbed. That broke off the leg and took.
Yep, true.
So we don't know what that's for.
Mafia might. They just might have a lot of information.
You know, that's kind of where I'm heading. Is just boop and then flip
hate to
it.
use all the resources to do it, but it could be why it's so
Worth it.
expensive.
Yeah.
Should we do it?
Sure.
All right. There's nothing there. No, it's like, ooh, actually, all right. You reach the address obtained from your informant. A road to the yard leads through a rusted gate. There's no safe way back. You adjust the gun behind your belt. You enter the dark tunnel. There are 5 men in the courtyard. 1 in the front, 3 behind him. The 5th one cuts off your way back and stands in the dark tunnel. 2 of them hold Walther P1 guns. A man in the front matches the description provided by your informant. Tall, short black hair, harsh face, with a strong jawline. He's kind of sexy. You hand him an envelope with money. He peeks inside the envelope.
There's only $1 in here.
It's actually a case filled with phone books. You weren't supposed to open that.
Sorry, it's just supposed to be heavy.
He turns back to one of his men, gives him the envelope, and starts talking to him, almost too quiet to hear. There are rumors that Ruten's gang has messed up a job and someone got angry. One of Ruten's men has been eliminated and Ruten is hiding. Police are searching for him. Germans, Russians, a man they call traitor in the city, and now you. We gain a puzzle fragment.
His name's Ruden?
Ruten. R-U-T. Ruten Tootin.
I was about to say, are we going to find him tootin'?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so the 10-letter keyword. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the 9-letter keyword. Dang it. Okay, so 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Alright, here's the 10. Alright, so we got O is at a 2, yellow is at a 1, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, which is S, R, and then the last word is N. Alright. That didn't help.
Well, it helped. We just don't know.
True, we just don't know how. Who the hell is Ruten? R-U-T-T-E-N. Or Ruttens. It might be Ruttens.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot less funny now.
He's Rutten and Tutton.
I guess, yeah. You can tell him he's not. This is his own business. You think we can go slap fight him? Tell us more information if we win.
I mean, it sounds like it's a gang war.
One of Rutten's men has been eliminated, which could be the other dead body we found.
Oh.
Pure speculation.
That'd be pretty hot. Yeah.
Which, finding out more about him may or may not have anything to do with
Yeah.
our case.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Rutten is hiding, so clearly there's something. But no new leads or...
Yeah. And...
Maybe if that was like Rutten's man who was found in that other place, what if they just died like a Romeo and Juliet style death?
oh, yeah. You think?
Yeah.
He tied himself up and killed himself for love.
He beat himself up with a bat.
He stabbed himself with a knife.
Oh, I'm sorry, and Werner?
Yeah.
So she thinks Rutten or
That they actually were gay lovers after all?
yeah,
There was two
And
lovers.
coincidentally, they got killed.
Two lovers from
in the garage.
warring families. It
Yeah.
was all just he got. I mean, he's been undercover for 3 years.
Yeah,
He needed love,
Yeah,
and he
he-
found it in Rutten's man's arm.
I see what happened.
I'm
here.
just
this guy shot himself, fell against the painting, and took out a knife.
I am
My
just
job
saying
here
that
is
this, if this were to be a plural word, snitches would fit.
I mean, I could always type. There's nothing in there.
What happened to the code decoder?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait,
what's in here?
look at that cool code decoder that's in there.
Look at that part of the game we need.
See, that was part of the game. I was testing you to see if you were gonna believe me or not.
You get a raise, detective.
What is a 10-letter word that has S and R in the middle and ends with an N?
Probably a few. Well, there's an internet. We could look it up.
That's true, but
What was at the end?
an N.
And then where is the S and R located?
It's 1, 2,
4 and
3.
5
Yeah,
letter.
4 and 5 letter.
4 and 5 is R and then N.
No, 4 is S, and
S.
5 is R.
4 is S, 5 is R.
And at the end.
And at the end, okay.
And it could be a German word.
Not snitches, I'll tell you that.
I mean, it very much could be a German word, and I
Seems unlikely.
don't know enough German to be able to, figure that one out.
You're-
So, I
Yes.
say we figure out who this dead body is.
Yeah. Now he's important to us.
Is
now he
that,
has
is that
meaning.
pretty much the only thing we can do without resources?
Let's see. Oh, we never met with the CIA people that were actually here, but
That is true.
we're doing this on our own. We don't need their help.
You don't need
We
the
just want them to
CIA.
confirm what we already know.
All right. All right, so that is going to be exposure at the yellow zone.
Mm-hmm.
A picture of the young man with the bullet wound to the head, taken in the garage at Rigelstrasse 28, has been passed over to the CIA headquarters. Catherine Miller has issued an urgent request for Interpol support, and 2 days later, Evan Wright informs you that the folder with files is waiting to be picked up at the embassy. The victim's name is Thomas Grum. He has a criminal record with the Vienna Police Department for assault and battery, robbery, extortion, and several other crimes. He's known to fraternize with Lars Rutten's gang.
Aha.
Moreover, Wright informs you that he's had an unofficial meeting with Inspector Kinwald concerning the progress of the investigation, wherein he discovered that Lars Rutten is a suspect in the Werner case. The police claim that Rutten vanished without a trace just a few days ago. Oh shit, did we... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... I think we actually got the rest of this code.
Oh.
The 10-letter one?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
1, and then 4... And it starts with an L. Save? Yep, puzzle saved correctly. Alright, so 1, 2, 4, 1, and it starts with an L. Oh, is it, oh, it's Lars Rutten. L-A-R-S-R-U-T. T-I. Okay, I was like, ooh. And then save. Yep. All right. That's Lars Rutten. Lars Rootin' Tootin'.
Okay. So he's vanished because he and his boys botched a job.
Oh, yeah, interesting. Yeah.
Is he part of the mafia, or just the mafia knows about that?
I think the mafia knows about
Okay.
knows about him. There are rumors that Rutten's gang has messed up a job and someone got angry. One of Rutten's men has been eliminated and Rutten is hiding.
And he's also
Police are searching for him, Germans, Russians, a man they call traitor in the city, and now you. So now we're involved in...
I didn't know we were looking for him.
Yeah, we are.
I guess we are now.
Who else was looking for him?
Germans,
Russians. So everyone's looking for this guy, so...
He's a suspect in the Werner killing.
Yeah.
Who was the guy?
Lars,
No, who's after him? Like the Russians, Germans, who after that?
Oh, a man they call traitor.
That's right.
In the city.
Traitor? Or
Traitor.
Traitor like Joe.
Yes.
Not traitor like Joe.
Not that.
Traitor.
Yeah, God. Joe sucks.
What was his name? Traitor in the West, Traitor in the Night? Traitor in the...
I don't know.
Say it again, Traitor. I was stuck on Joe. Traitor? Traitor? Traitor?
They just call him Traitor.
That's it. That's his name.
Just Traitor?
Just
yes.
Traitor. Could be a code name.
I'm putting Joe in parentheses.
You can do whatever you want. That's not what's there.
Trader Joe.
And now us. So we got Lars Rutten. We got the cash.
I was like, what cash did we get?
Well,
Okay, well, let's solve it.
I mean, I don't know if we can still. I mean, I don't know if we've secured the cash. That's the thing that I don't know if we've done.
Okay, these caches in Italy and FRG contain weapons and ammunition from militant organizations. We think that the cards belong to the Soviets. They use a similar coordinate system with their military maps. So, what's James Warner's connection? He took them as payment for something.
Yes. He took the cards as payment. The cards.
They are locations of weapons and ammunition caches. Probably Russian. And he is posing as a KGB recruiter.
Yeah, the introduction of the gang is throwing me off.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he was... Because, I mean, we don't know anything about this gang. Or what they do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, now we might want to talk to the local CIA.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's on one of those things, I think.
Yeah, meet with CIA, which is 110.
Okay.
White zone.
Alright,
What?
which we still have a...
The white zone is for loading and unloading of passengers only.
Alright, perfect. So, that only gives us one. Yeah.
Yeah, so far I don't think we've seen a red zone clue at all.
We have not. Cigarette smoke fills the narrow room in the small apartment. Robert Crane sits at the table. He's nearly 50 years old and in his 4th year at this facility, specializing in cultural studies and German history. He takes a bottle labeled Gugelhof Schnapps, pours 2 glasses, and invites you to sit. Crane reveals that Werner was under CIA observation a few months ago, and during that time they were able to confirm that he had connections with the KGB. When you inquire about Werner's personal files, he tells you they don't have them, but Evan Wright, the U.S. ambassador in Vienna, has them. Wright requested them after he was told about the police discovering the body. When you ask about the KGB's latest activity, Crane looks at the empty glasses and goes to fetch another bottle. Intercepted Soviet messages of the past few weeks have begun to use the word traitor. It's unclear what it refers to. An informant. January 16th saw a marked increase in Soviet activity in Vienna and from the intercepted Soviet dispatches. It seems as though they've lost some kind of package. CIA counterintelligence is still trying to determine what the package contained. A phone rings. Crane walks up to the desk and answers. CIA HQ has increased the budget for operational contacts in Vienna. The SAD may now use all available resources to resolve Cerner's cases.
Ha!
There you go.
Okay.
So, we can meet with Evan Wright in regards to Werner's files. We can run through the list of people who are under the CIA observation in Vienna, or contact the CIA counterintelligence on the subject of the KGB's activities in Vienna.
Okay. Before we get to that, speculation. So the gang got involved with Werner because he intentionally or accidentally tried to recruit one of them into the KGB.
He's a recruiter.
And as payment, he was going to accept these cards with the locations.
Interesting.
Pure speculation.
Right.
How do you spell schnapps?
SCHNAPPS.
It's got way too many letters.
One too many P's. It only has one letter extra.
SCHNA? Wait a minute.
No, it's too many.
Schnoz?
Oh, yeah.
Schnapps.
Darn.
I know.
It's a 6-letter word.
No, it's like he did. Schnapps man did it.
Interesting.
Okay, so with that possibility in mind, what were those options again?
I think we should go talk to Wright.
He tells you they don't have them. The U.S. ambassador in Vienna has them. Bright requests them after he was told the police discovered the body. When you ask about the KGB's latest activity, Crane looks at the empty glasses and goes to fetch another bottle. Intercepted Soviet messages the past few days. A few weeks have begun to use the word traitor. So, okay. Saw a marked increase in Soviet activity. That was after the death, wasn't it? He died on the 15th?
He was abducted on the 15th.
Okay.
At night.
Okay.
So that was during his missing period.
From the intercepted Soviet dispatch, it seems as though they've lost some kind of package. So the Soviets lost the weapons cache.
The cards.
Or the cards to pay for the weapons caches. Or the weapons.
With the locations of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they would have been accepted as payment.
Mm-hmm.
And here are the locations of where you can get your payment.
Okay.
That makes sense.
A phone rings. Crane walks. Okay. CIA HQ has increased the budget. All right. Meet with Evan Wright in regards to his files. Run through the list of people who are under the CIA's observation in Vienna, or contact the CIA counterintelligence on the subject of KGB's. All of these are white zone, so they're going straight to Man in Black.
Well, we got everything else marked off anyway, except one red.
Yeah. So, I mean, all of these are good. We can probably get, if we get lucky, we can do all of them. But at most, we're probably going to get to do at least 2. If they do 2 white exposure, that'd be boom, boom, then boom, boom, and then we have to do the final report.
Right.
So, let's say we get to pick 2 out of these 3. Which one is the one that doesn't seem as important? I'm kind of thinking the list of people that are under their observation. Because I can't imagine... I mean, that's just going to give us one more guy to go talk to that we can't talk to.
Yeah, what's it going to confirm?
Right.
Just from seeing a list.
Because if he was... I mean, it sounds like Werner was like a lone wolf. It sounds like he was, in the KGB as a recruiter, undercover, but he stayed at some shady hotel, or he went there. When he's like, hey, I'm gonna fucking die! I need to go hide these real quick.
That could be. It could have just been to hide the stuff.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going real deep, he could have been a double agent and left all that information for the Russians to find.
Or he could have been a triple agent.
But then...
What?
A
A triple agent. He's actually undercover. He works for us, then works for the KGB, and works for the gang.
Yes.
He's Australian.
No, I meant like he works for us, working for the KGB, but then he betrayed us, but then he went back to betraying the KGB, and he's like, oh, I'm still into you guys. I'm still...
So we beat him up and killed him.
Yes.
We're like, you are too confused.
fuck,
That's this is for being confusing.
Make up your mind!
So, I'm down. Oh, well, what's also interesting is Kinwald was mentioned.
Oh, fuck. Forgot about him.
Yep. As?
I don't remember why he was brought up.
Reporting back to Kinwald. Somebody was reporting back to the police on this.
After he was told about the police discovering the body. Yeah. Dang, I don't know. I could have sworn Kinwald was mentioned, because I was like, oh, then we can spend this money to actually go observe Kinwald, the head of the
I don't
police.
remember him being mentioned.
I thought he was.
I think you're just thinking of Kinwald. You have a big old crush on him.
Yeah.
He's super hot.
I don't remember Kinwald the name, but I remember him talking to police or somebody.
So if we have to pick two of them, I'm kind of thinking Wright to get files on Werner and do the counterintelligence. I don't see the CIA list giving us a whole bunch of stuff to do.
Yeah. Other than more questions and them being like, this isn't really important.
Just in case, which one of these we think is most important?
I think figuring out who Trader is more important. But then again, our whole goal is to figure out Werner's connection. So if we get his files, that's probably actually more important.
I think his files would be more important because it's what
it's actually not at all. Let's go see what the CIA list is.
Yeah. We lost because of you. Because you wanted to go see the files, Cat. Nice. You just have to be right all the time.
CIA counterintelligence. Which, no, it's not the same thing as meet with a CIA team. So, at least of the two of these, I'd rather do this one.
Which one?
Contact the CIA counterintelligence on the subject KGB's activity in Vienna.
Yeah.
Rather than just meet with a CIA team.
Well, that's what we just did.
You're right. Shut up. Well done.
Don't speak sense to us.
So
Yeah.
let's go with what Kat wants to do.
Let's go
so
to
she can,
see Evan.
So she can quit throwing a fit.
That's just his file, which
Yeah.
could have a lot of useful information.
Let's
Right.
go see his
And
file.
it is one exposure.
I wonder if we'll get to see if this is his permanent record.
You leave the safe house and get into the tram. You get off at the fourth stop and pause at the storefront window. In the reflection, you see a man behind you, non-distinct. Blue jeans, brown leather jacket with a woolen hat on his head, and a camera in his hand that's attached to a green strap around his neck. Most tourists don't take photographs of storefronts when roaming the historic streets of Vienna. You walk into a florist and buy a bouquet of red roses. When leaving, you drop a tag on the floor with the note, for Doris. You cross the street, get into the taxi, and head towards Lichtenstrasse. After a 10-minute ride, you hop out near the city center, pause for a few moments, and catch a different taxi to the embassy. What color was the camera strap?
Green.
Green!
I wrote down everything but that.
Wright pours scotch into a couple glasses, then pours at the CIA folder on the desk. It is... not this one. Oh, this one right here.
I tried to memorize every unimportant fact.
Okay.
Fourth stop. Green strap.
Right.
Red roses. Doris.
Okay, so here's what we got. I was like, okay.
Whoa, it chose
Sorry. When asked about the Austrian police officer leading the investigation, he answers that Kinwald is a veteran of World War II and has a reputation as a stubborn inspector. Wright doesn't know why Prosecutor Lynn was assigned to this case, and since it's her first international investigation, he advises caution. Wright informs you that contacts at the Allied FRG embassy sent a wire a few days ago to say that Maria Einholz suspected of terrorism and working with the German RAF. Don't know what the German RAF is. RAF, not RAG.
Royal Air Force. Probably not German.
I think that is what it is, though.
No, that's British at least.
But the German RAF organization had arrived in Vienna. The FRG is suggesting an unofficial meeting concerning Einholz. Wright pledges support for the team's operation. Yay!
No.
And we can meet with the FRG's ambassador. What is FRG?
Federal Republic of Germany.
Perfect.
I believe that would be West Germany.
Wright informs you that contacts at the Allied FRG embassy sent a wire a few days ago to say that Maria Einholz suspected of terrorism and working with the German RAF. Let's see.
Yep. West Germany.
Western Union.
German RAF. Red Army faction.
Ah. I knew I was wrong.
Also known as the Baader-Meinhof group of Baader. Meinhof gang was a West German far-left militant organization founded in the 1970s. Key early figures include Andreas Bader, Ulrike Meinhof, Gudrun Ensslin, and Horst Mahler, among others. So it's a group. It's a gang. It's an organized gang.
Yep, they've even got initials.
And then the FRG is suggesting an unofficial meeting concerning Einholz. And we can meet with the ambassador. What's the new thing that we just got? The file.
Last observation report, January 1977. Werner travels to Austria under observation of the residing agent Tom Davis. January 11th, Werner arrives in Vienna by plane. January 11th, Werner stays at the T. Rose guest house. So he was staying there.
Okay, perfect.
January 14th, meeting with an unknown woman, NN01, in Bristol Hotel. Woman, dark hair, glasses. January 15th, at 6 p.m. he goes to the opera. After the performance, in the rear of the opera, he meets with a woman, blonde, NN02. At 9 p.m. he goes back to the guest house. At 10:30 p.m. he goes to a nightclub. At 11 p.m. he goes back to the guest house.
Okay.
And then handwritten, after coming back to the guest house, Werner went for a walk in the park, smoked a cigarette on the bridge at the pond. Agent realized he was being tailed and further observation was impossible. Next day, Werner was found dead. And puzzle fragment.
I wonder if he knew. Oh, that's the code. That's cash. So
Yeah, but do we have those numbers?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
We have all the numbers.
Okay.
For that one.
Okay.
And we have all the numbers for Lars Rutten.
Okay.
So
again, corroborates our theory that he hid him in the stone in the bridge.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if he knew that he was about to be killed.
Probably. You probably just know these things.
I wonder who the women were.
Well, he left a note saying that he hid stuff in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So he at least suspected it could happen.
Yeah.
Both those women are his wives, by the way, in case you're wondering.
They're his wives. I doubt that.
So he got a hold of the cards at the opera.
Yep.
This now it looks like from a blonde woman.
Or he just met with a blonde woman there.
Yeah, also possible.
Wonder what the NN01 means.
Right.
Unknown people.
Yeah.
None idea.
In my mind, it's just establishing they're clearly different people.
Okay.
Unless one was wearing a wig. Damn
It's
it.
the same woman.
And really convincing.
Yeah.
Tall black-haired woman. Could that possibly be Claudia Lynn?
That's what I was thinking.
I was trying to remember what her description was.
I can't remember. I just wrote down that she's a smoker. Oh, no, sorry. She's not the smoker. It's Kinwald the smoker.
Yep. You thought she was.
Yeah.
She wasn't.
I know, I'm trying to remember where all of these...
I'm sure it's one of the small cards.
No, actually, we have like a documentation of us trailing her.
Yeah, that's this.
Okay.
But it was... I thought it was when they were talking in the office.
Okay, hold on. Then let me find.
I was looking over your...
The other thing we can do with Lynn... Okay, hold on. She's a sleek woman in her 40s who speaks great English with a slight German accent. She was wearing elegant jewelry, a short black pixie hairstyle.
Okay.
So no, that's not her.
Which would be perfect for her to put a blonde wig on top of, wouldn't it?
Could be. Could be.
Her body language is hostile towards everyone. You know what? I bet she's hostile towards everyone because she's
Hot.
because she's just sexy as hell. No, I think it's probably one of those things that she feels that everyone is like, this is your first case.
Yeah.
Like you can't do it, and she's like, I'm gonna prove everyone wrong. I'm gonna do a damn good job, and fuck all y'all.
And she's a woman working for the government.
Shut up, Kat. That
In the 70s.
there was nothing wrong with that in the 70s. The 70s was a pure time. Nothing bad happened in
Yeah, nothing bad happened in the 70s.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys. So, we can meet with Tom Davis.
Sound like you said weekend meet, like
A weekend meet with Tom Davis.
not like a weekend meet.
who was
like
the guy that was observing Werner.
Tom Davis.
Tom Davis. We already went to the... Oh, I thought you were just saying, well, all my notes are wrong.
Great, he met with Tom Davis.
He didn't meet with Tom Davis. Tom Davis was the one...
Great, Tom Davis was.
We can also
Why
get...
don't we write that down real quick? What was he doing again?
Tom Davis was the one tailing Werner.
He's CIA.
Yes.
He was tailing Werner. But then he realized he was being tailed. Or...
No. The agent realized he was being tailed, and further, I think the agent was Werner. Right?
No, the agent tailing Werner
Yeah.
was being tailed.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's why he had to break off.
Which is Tom Davis.
Oh, I see.
Tom Davis was being tailed, yes?
Okay, yeah, I guess so. I didn't take it that way, but that makes sense upon rereading it.
That's how I took it.
Well, when he said the agent, it's possible he was just being in third person.
The agent was being tailed.
We can meet with the FRG's ambassador. We can contact the CIA counterintelligence on the subject of the KGB's activity in Vienna.
Mm-hmm.
What does KGB stand for?
Something Russian.
Kinky German butts.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
It stands for Russian CIA.
Yeah. I've just never actually looked into that acronym before. I'm just like, yeah, KGB. We all know.
USSR is spelled CCCP.
It's
It's like they have a whole different alphabet. It's weird.
This is true. Lots of backwards.
Komitet Gusodorstevonsky Bezopasnosti.
Say it again.
I don't want to. Is what it means.
I don't think you said it the first time.
I was close.
You were closer than I, for sure.
It's Committee for State
I
Security.
was just wondering. I'm just curious. I've just never asked
It's
before.
their version of CIA, who can do whatever they feel like as long as it's not in their country.
We also... What does... Nope, we need blue.
And then his name keeps coming up.
Whose?
The police captain or something?
Kim.
I mean, we just have to spend one of these and we get a file. It doesn't cause us to go anywhere.
Well, maybe
if
we should just
wanna,
do
if we
it.
just
Now
wanna,
that we have
Let's
them.
just do it. Let's just spend a day
What
with
can
old
it
Kin.
hurt?
Right.
Old Kinwald.
Okay, so... Inspector, report from the observation of Arthur Kinwald. Inspector Kinwald arrives at the police station at 8:30. 8:42, he drives to the cafe at Kramergasse, talks with an owner. The cafe's windows are covered in slogans written with red paint. They're blurred, partially washed. It's the anti-gay stuff. Kinwald writes down the owner and employee statements, gets back in his car, and returns to the police station. At 9:43, he arrives at the police station where he spends most of the day crying. 7:14. He leaves the police station, gets in the car. He drives towards Simmering District. At 7:40, he stops at the Senseman restaurant and walks inside. At the entrance, he discreetly tips a waiter and asks him something. The waiter points in something down the hall. Kinwald disappears from view.
Sir, you can just ask me for the bathroom.
No, I have IBS.
This is going to destroy it.
Kinwald walks out of the restaurant with two men. They enter a side street. An argument emerges between them, then a struggle. Kinwald knocks down both men and starts to ask them questions. From the observation distance, only single words can be heard. Senseman, Rootin, and code card. Other than that, lots of swear words. Eventually, they like hell and crap and poopy.
And heck.
And heck. And darn.
And shucks.
Eventually, they disperse when they start to draw the attention of passerbys. At 8:03, Kinwald gets into the car and goes back to the police station. And he kicked those guys' ass. Then, at 10:10, he leaves the police station, gets into the car, and drives home. On the way back, he drives by the Senseman restaurant, but he stops only for a moment and doesn't get out of the car. We get to read 1:13.
He looks longingly into the window.
Ooh, we got a new operation!
Oh, shit.
Kinwald's recruitment. Arrange a meeting with Inspector Kinwald and offer him help with the investigation and CIA cooperation. We can actually pay for this!
Takes both of them?
Yeah, we have exactly this.
Well, maybe we should.
Yeah, it requires two. One of them has to be this, and then another one can be a shield or another money.
Money. I'd be up for it. For the challenge. Be like, hey, listen, we saw those guys beat you up.
He's like, oh, I beat them up. No, just trust us, we saw them beat you up.
Listen.
We do know he's also an ex-veteran, World War II veteran.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
He was Austrian, right?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
I think.
He might have been on the other side.
The good side.
The Austrian side.
Should we?
Yeah, I'm sure.
The SAD team writes the following in the campaign journal. Ooh, I think that's there.
I don't know. That's his diary.
Well, there's no other journal.
You either have a journal or you have a diary. You can't have both.
Oh, look.
Oh,
It's
wow,
a
look at
campaign
that.
journal.
Wow. Look, how about Mission 1 Cat? You type in.
Oh, yeah. Let me type in.
Type it in, Cat.
How much room am I going to need?
Just, it's words.
Shoot.
Inspector Kinwald has been recruited into the CIA. We got him.
Ah, then we keep this for the future.
No, we actually throw that one away immediately.
We shred it. It's sensitive information.
And then, well, we have to do this because it's going to be yellow zone.
We have to?
Yeah.
Well, like, what if we didn't?
Read 116. Okay. So that was that. You arrive at the Mozart Cafe on a side street in the center of Vienna. The surrounding area is filled with tourists and locals, and through the window of the cafe you see the inspector is already waiting, super excited to be recruited into the CIA.
Aww.
You walk inside and are struck by the intense coffee aroma and hum of conversations spoken simultaneously by many voices.
Just imagining one person and they're just... But I'm also imagining Kinwald, like, has his little lunchbox and he said it's a CIA.
This is a serious situation. You guys are turning it into the airplane movie.
It's not my fault Kinwald's excited, and that's literally written in here.
I was beating all these people up hoping you'd recruit me.
I've always wanted to be in the CIA.
I'm so glad you guys know this thing.
And now he's a
You have
Hummer.
no idea how many people I killed while I was in World War II. We're not gonna ask who you killed. Let bygones be bygones. You're part of us now.
Mm-hmm.
Us, U.S.
Yeah.
Yep. Did he work for you or for the Reds? Asked Kinwald, not mincing words. He wasn't working for us, you answer. Who's Prosecutor Lynn? You ask, mimicking Kinwald's directness. Ambitious. She's got prospects for a big career, a rich father, but she only takes cases she can close easily and without complication. She's come up through the ranks quickly. He's silent for a moment. Not sure why she was assigned to Werner's case. Kinwald lights up a cigarette. What was on the code card, he asked. You don't want to know. The current leads suggests that Lars Rutten's gang has something to do with the case, but it doesn't make sense. His people don't eliminate agents of foreign intelligence agencies. That's why I haven't pinched them yet. They're extortionists, not murderers. Well, unless they get paid enough to compensate for the risk. Perhaps then they do a dirty job for someone. This murder stinks of an outside commission. I'll repeat my question. What was on the code card? I can't tell you that. It was nice talking to you. Kinwald stubs his cigarette in the ashtray and gets up from the table. You grab his arm. Wait.
Have a good first day.
There was a coded location of NATO arms caches. Someone wanted to get into a weapons depot. Kinwald digests the information for a good while. Ask your supervisor about the name Einholz. She arrived in Vienna with an invitation from someone who calls himself Traitor. If you know where Einholz is, then I think we can help each other. I'll ask, you say. You finish your coffee, say goodbye, put your collar up, and disappear into the crowd. We got more puzzle fragments. Well, we knew Lars Rutten. The other one is... Oh, it's the ones that start with S.
Ooh.
Yeah, 9 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We didn't get any more letters, though, but we did get another number. Interesting. Well, that was nice. So
twice now. Why was she assigned to this case?
Maybe it's because she doesn't handle big cases and she wouldn't be able to do it.
So someone's trying to just sink her career?
Maybe not sink her career, but maybe just sabotage the investigation. But he did confirm our...
She only takes easy cases, so she wouldn't handle this one properly.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
He did answer, or like the fact that the fact that a gang is involved doesn't make sense with KGB. I mean, he said they were extortionists.
Yeah, and outside.
So it has to be either someone's paying them extremely well to kill someone, but even then, I don't think that they would do that. Maybe whenever Rutten found out that his men did kill him, and he's just like, "Whoa, I'm getting out of here."
Guys, I just want to be a gang lord, not in the KGB's bad book.
Yeah. We just need 2 more numbers for that.
Where are there 2 of these? What's the first one for? Fewer number of players, or?
You're talking about the...
Oh, it's just a countdown?
I think so, yeah.
1 to 2, and then 1. Okay, so the numbers on them.
The last space of the Man in Black section is available only in a solo game. The second to last space of the section is available only in a solo and 2-player games.
So we've already hit.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Shit.
Well, that's that.
Well, good thing we.
Which
asked.
means the next thing that requires us to go anywhere except red.
If you're required to cross out more than 1 space in the and there's only 1 space left to cross out, then the game ends. There is no additional consequence for this. Oh, it says 1 to 2 and 1. I see.
Right.
I did not see that.
Okay.
Well, actually, so I thought we had to do yellow zone. We don't, because that one had 0 exposure. So we actually do have 1. We have 1 black space open.
Okay.
So that was my bad.
Okay.
So the next black X is our last one.
The next basically X, unless it's a red zone.
See, I thought that you go 1 more, and then if you can't mark it off, then this is your last clue, and then it's all over.
Once the last space of the Man in Black section is crossed out, even if there are empty spaces left to cross out in the zones, the game ends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the next one will be...
Yes.
We get whatever that is, and then it's over.
Yes.
We've got to do our best. Okay.
So pretty much whatever we do next will...
And there's nothing we can do for free anymore.
Not that I am seeing.
Okay.
Einholz. That's the 2nd or 3rd time that her name has been mentioned. Einholz was here for... The FRG is suggesting an unofficial meeting concerning Einholz, which has also been the name passed around from traitor. Ask your supervisors about the name Einholz. She arrived in Vienna with an invitation from someone who calls himself traitor. If you know where Einholz is, then I think we can help each other. And then this one says... Wright informs you that contacts at the Allied FRG embassy sent a wire a few days ago that say the Maria Einholz, suspected of terrorism and working within the German RAF organization, had arrived in Vienna. The FRG is suggesting an unofficial meeting concerning Einholz.
So they, of course, would want weapons and ammunition.
Right.
If they
What was
knew.
happening in the 70s that would require massive arms movement?
The fucking Cold War, wasn't it?
Yes.
Well, there were a number of
Could
things.
that be it with a Cold War espionage board game? Yes, it was the Cold War.
Yeah, but, of course, everybody also had their own factions and issues. And
Sure.
Like,
anybody who get a hold of weapons can suddenly
Mm-hmm.
be a world power.
Right. I really want to know. I mean, I swear we've probably seen the 6-letter S word.
I thought it was
Shits. Shitties. Shitties. Which is also 7 letters.
Shoops.
Ships.
Spleeps.
Is it... I feel like I just see it.
Well, here's the other one with the clue on it, but I'm not seeing anything that looks like that.
Sploops.
The team gains a puzzle fragment. Yeah, so all the I mean, if we're getting word like the puzzle fragments, and I mean with Lars Rutten, that was I mean his name was thrown around.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
so it has to be in here. So I'm just looking for anything that begins with S. Nope. Bums me out.
And we're still not even sure if that's important, because it's the numbers.
It's the
Yeah.
numbers that matter.
That tells the computer what we've actually
But we
accomplished.
want to know the word.
But I think if we
If
can
we know the words?
that it gives us a hint.
Well, we've already gotten one word complete. Did it give us any hints?
Gotten two.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. It just.
Like, it might give us a hint in general, like us. Not like the actual.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, so what do you think? Just meet with the FRG now that we've heard about Einholz and she's suspected of terrorism and the name and the traitor person that's looking for Rutten.
Stripes fits. Does that mean anything to anybody?
Not to me.
Just saying.
Decent movie.
Never seen it. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know. Someday you'll have been born earlier.
One of these days.
That's the one that I'm thinking will be good.
Well, so far you've been spot on, so.
All right. Now let's just see if we can learn any more about Einholz. Einhorn.
I know, that's what I keep thinking.
Yeah. Okay. The embassy sends a note with a date, location, and time of meeting. At 1, sir. Okay. You ready, Kat? So...
Do we remember how this works?
Yeah.
Do we?
X. And then it is I. S. S. I. X. T. I. M. E. S. And this is the Roman numeral 4. What is it right now?
X is 6 times.
Oh, 6 times 4. Which would be...
So sulfur X. 6 times 4.
Yeah, 24. So, we get file I-24. Yes.
Where'd you get the 4 from?
There's a 4.
There's a Roman numeral
4
Gotcha.
at the end.
You got it.
Haven't written anything like that in kind of way. Give it to me. You are my queen, Rebecca. What?
Yes. Is this one we've already seen?
No.
Snails. Is that what you're... I bet snails fits. S-N-A-I-L-L.
X is 6 times 4.
Yes.
That would be 124, but 124 is not in here.
Interesting. It is IV, right? 6 times IV?
Yes.
Can I see it?
Yes. And we don't already have 124 out, do we? 105,
We have 134 out.
181, 106, 103, 104.
So 124 is not in there? What about just 24?
No, because there's a 1
Well, where?
on the card. Because it says read.
X is 6 times, and then there's IV.
I mean, because this is going to make me sound stupid, but 6 times 4 is 24. Okay, that's what I thought.
In English. In Austrian, I'm not sure.
What card is that?
121.
121.
We did get a blue exposure for it.
Which would put in our last.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And it also says read 1x.
Right, and it says X is 6 times 4.
Is it potentially a card instead?
Would that be...
It just says read. Number.
Oh, yeah, it's not file.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so 124.
Well, thank God it wasn't a file.
Good.
So.
The ambassador's residence is located in a historic tenement. You brush down your coat from the snow and come inside. The warden asks for your documents. You give him your passport, let him search you, and inform him that you have a meeting with Ambassador Horst Grabert. Hello, thank you for coming. I think I may be in possession of information significant to the cooperation of our countries. I was informed that one of your citizens died. Grabert gets down to business immediately. Yes, James Werner. Do you know who's responsible? No, unfortunately. But our intelligence has reported that members of a terrorist group, some fanatical leftists, have arrived in Vienna. They were invited by someone who calls himself Traitor. The RAF conducts bombings and fights with police. 2 years ago, when we arrested their leaders, they took over our embassy in Stockholm and unleashed hell. What were they doing in Vienna? We don't know. We assume they were looking for arms or explosives. Maria Einholz, who came to Vienna, is the right hand of Brigitte Manhaupt, whom we keep under lock and key in Germany. Was that one of the names I mentioned for RAF?
I don't remember that one.
RAF.
I just don't remember that one.
Oh wait,
Oh, like
yeah, like actually whenever I was looked it up.
a key member, probably then, maybe.
No, Horst Mahler was though. Wait, is that who we're meeting with?
Oh shit.
Horst Grabert. Okay, I'm like, what the fuck? No.
He's like, I don't know who could be doing this.
Not
I'm
me.
glad we don't have Wikipedia.
The ambassador shows you the photo where a dark-haired woman with brown glasses talks to a man wearing an old jean jacket.
Oh shit.
That was one of the women he met with, right?
I'm sorry, say that again.
It's right here. Woman, dark hair, glasses, meeting with unknown woman in Bristol hotel.
Okay.
It still doesn't explain how it could be related to the death of one of our citizens. It was a murder. This act is unnecessary. We know about the code cards, and if we do, then you can guess who else does. Besides, between you and me, my services think you have a leak. We see Soviet dispatches. They know more about our activities than they should. I believe we can help each other out. Do you know where I can find them? No. We know that they use contacts within Vienna's gangs to recruit people from local criminal organizations. Do you know which organizations? Where to find them? No, unfortunately. I've told you everything I know. In my opinion, it's not a coincidence that the RAF is here. I recommend poking around local gangs, but if you find Einholz, I expect we'll be informed. Both Germany and the USA benefit from getting rid of these people. You can keep the photo. He hands you a picture of Einholz and the mysterious man with a jean jacket. And we gain puzzle fragments! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 letter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well we got... Dang. So 5, 2, and then 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be S. Save! Okay, so that's saved correctly. And then, yeah, and then Lars Rutten. Well, unfortunately, we got nowhere else with that, but that's our last one that we get to do. Which is a little...
I didn't like that.
You didn't?
No.
I liked it. Alright.
It feels like it's leading into the next mission.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. So, final report. On the basis of data collected by the SAD team during the White Bee operation, the CIA in Vienna was able to locate the whereabouts of Lars Rutten. Oh, these are unlocked threads. The information was passed over to Vienna police with the condition that in return the American side expected to reclaim the code card that might be the suspect's possession. During the arrest of Lars Rutten During the arrest of Lars Rutten in his hiding spot near Vienna, the police secured the code card and a fragment of the second card. The fragment was identified as a missing part of the card found on the crime scene and was attached to the case files and left in police repository. The undamaged code card, in accordance with the agreement, was handed over to the Americans. The card contained coded addresses of 2 caches in the FRG containing arms and ammunition. The caches probably belonged to Russians. The FRG embassy expressed gratitude for help with identifying and dismantling the caches. Congratulations were passed to members of the SAD team that executed the White Bee operation. Yeah!
Yes. I'm okay with that.
Report on securing the code cards taken over from the KGB. On January 15, 1977, James Werner received 5 code cards from the Russians as a payment for giving them classified military information. What a dick! After receiving the cards, Werner went to the Therese guest house and secured the cards. He hid 2 in the cache, in the desk in room number 11, and 3 others in the arch of the bridge in the adjacent park. Thanks to the investment and work of the SAD team within the White Bee operation, the 3 cards hidden in the park were reclaimed. Two of them contained addresses of caches with arms and ammunition, probably belonging to the GRU for the sake of diversion actions. The third card contained only 3 words: April, Budapest, Porthos.
Greetings from Porthos?
And we gain puzzle fragment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So I guess I'll go back to puzzles. Maybe the puzzles are for all of them. I don't know. But 6, 3, and then M. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6. Dang it. Well, I need you guys to remember this.
What is it?
It's green 6, black 3, and then it's the 9 puzzle, which I think is right here. So it starts with M. What was it? Blue 3?
Black 3.
Oh,
Black
you didn't
3.
even say blue.
No.
I was asking you.
Green 6, black 3.
All right. So for the 9-letter puzzle, it starts with an M, and the third letter is an S. Nope. I was like, maybe that's Einholz, but
Mistystep. Misty Step. Roll a d20.
yeah. I mean, we need the numbers anyway, so.
Maybe it was that one lady's name that started with an M, Bridget.
Okay, so Catherine Miller makes a decision about concluding the White Bee operation and a withdrawal of the SAD team from Vienna. The SAD team sends a final report concerning the White Bee operation and recommends further actions for the Vienna investigation. Interesting. Okay, so we get to choose. The SAD team recommends 2 of the following. So here's our options. Arresting Helena Ruzicka. You know how we know all about her.
Yeah, we should arrest her.
Yeah, just fuck that person.
We didn't just
Her.
We didn't just say we need to arrest Helena Ruzicka.
Their phone book.
Arresting Maria Einholz. Arresting Jürgen Kloss and other members of Lars Ruten's gang. Diplomatic actions aimed to reclaim the code card that remains in the hands of the Vienna police. Or observation of prosecutor Claudia Lynn.
Probably wouldn't be bad.
Obviously, arresting Maria Einholz
Yes.
is one of the 2. But what's the second one?
Recovering the code cards.
You think? You think the Vienna police are gonna use it?
Read the whole thing again.
Arresting Helena Ruzicka.
No, I don't mean not all of them, just that one.
Oh, diplomatic actions aimed to reclaim the code card that remains in the hands of the Vienna police.
Sure. I mean, the caches of weapons.
True.
And they've been freely circulating through your city. Everybody apparently knows about them.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, we already kind of did an observation. I mean, unless Claudia Lynn is the leak.
I don't think we have enough evidence to
Yeah.
support an arrest.
All right. Except for the members of Lars Ruten's gang. It's the other one. But
Yeah, but it mentioned a name that we haven't heard.
Jürgen Kloss.
Jürgen.
And other members of the gang.
It's Jürgen Van Jensen.
Jürgen Schmitty.
Yeah.
He was
All
number
right,
1.
Read the report. Oh, crap.
Your screen is dusty.
I'd rather read the report, but...
Yep,
No, crap, Brett.
I did.
Are you
Thanks.
kidding me?
I'm just trying to keep us all regular.
That's so annoying.
What'd you do?
I-
Back out of it? On
Oh,
accident?
okay, hold on. I think we can just... Bum, 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 ba-na-na. Oh, okay. So, report on the actions of... Okay, so representative of the U.S. Embassy in Vienna, Evan Wright, personally took up the task and made a request about passing over the code card secured of the crime scene. According to the ambassador's claim, despite his impetration, he didn't manage to convince the investigators to leave the card out of the evidence list of the case. The card remains in the police evidence repository. So right in there. Yep. Evan Wright from the U.S. Embassy in Vienna didn't manage to claim the code card because he's a fucking loser. Okay. Did you get it? Alright. Report from Maria Einholz's arrest. A short diplomatic note handed over from the U.S. Embassy to Horst Grobert from the FRG Embassy in Vienna initiated a chain of events. 3 days later, Austrian services arrested Maria Einholz in Weingarten Motel near Vienna. Along with Einholz, 2 of her associates were arrested. The group did not resist. Machine guns and explosives were found with those arrested. They had no code cards with them. The arrested were transported to the FRG, where they will stand trial for terrorism. The FRG Embassy in the USA passed an official note expressing gratitude for the SADS team's actions in Vienna. Right in the journal. The SAD team. The SAD loser weeb team. Yeah, the SAD team guaranteed themselves the FRG...
How do you spell guaranteed? G-A?
G-U-A.
G-U-A.
R-A-N.
R-A-N.
T-E-E-D.
Teed. Okay.
Themselves the FRG Embassy's gratitude.
Guaranteed.
What was that gigantic acronym?
FRG.
FRG.
Oh, just FRG.
I'm like, yeah, that was pretty
Huge.
huge.
Federal Republic of Germany.
We got their FRG
Gratitude.
Interesting. I think that'll come up later.
Better, we got their freaking gratitude.
Um,
Guaranteed their gratitude.
Now it's time to push it.
and I think that's it.
Since we have their gratitude, that just means we can commit one free war crime.
What were the 2 choices that we made?
We arrested that lady.
Arresting Maria Einholz and trying to get the card,
Okay.
which we didn't get.
We didn't?
We
No.
initiated diplomatic relations too.
He just didn't put it into official inventory, I thought.
Oh, it'll come up again.
No, you literally wrote down he didn't manage to claim the code card.
Yet.
Nope, there's no yet. It's just period. He didn't get it.
Far.
He didn't get it.
So-
We're holding out hope.
So, yes. Okay. And I think that is that. Yeah, I think that's mission 1.
Nice. Nice.
I thought we'd have to ask questions, but I guess it's actually getting all the clues.
Getting everything ready for questions.
Maybe at the very, very end. So that was that, everyone. That was mission 1 for Vienna Connection. I hope you enjoyed. Click the I to go to the discussion. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.